almost 2 years.
Comrades, today is November 17, 2025, and the current time is 8:17 p.m. In light of recent accusations, the Institute would like to confirm that none of these announcements are created with generative AI. All announcements are processed as the thought stream of a deranged cabal of administrative staff whose brains are hooked up together to create an announcement hive mind. That concludes today's announcements.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
There we go. Oh wait, I forgot to turn on the thingy. One second, hold on. I am a professional streamer who may have forgotten to turn on the thing that actually allows me to move. I can do that real quick. I am a professional streamer. Ooh, who does this thing ahead of time? Listen, I wing it like a true gamer would. Oh my god, this thing is not turning on. Alright, there we go. 1 second. Alright, I move. Holy cow. I have obtained motion. Good evening. I am a professional streamer, believe me, trust me. I can never believe I'm being glazed as someone who's not a professional streamer. It's okay, it'll be fine. Hey, gamers. That's right. No, we don't offload our announcements to AI. Okay, if you want to know how those announcements are made, here's what I do. I have a Google Docky. It is currently 161 pages long at Arial font size 11 and single spaced. And I literally, like, in the 8 minutes or so, or 10 minutes or so before I start the gaming, I literally just come up with something and type it on there, and that's the announcement for the day. I literally just make it up on the spot. So if anything, the lore of the Institute continues to get more and more deranged as I continue to write more and more nonsense for this, and it's definitely getting there is all I'm going to say. Anyways, How are all of you doing, comrades? Hopefully you're all having a good evening. Hello, Garm and Kefir and Alana and Infidave and Umi and Xanth and Kefir. Thanks, the opposer, for almost 2 years. 23 months is crazy. Hi, Arani, and who else did I miss? And VR. And congrats for Garm for being first. It's a rare time that Garm actually gets it first. Also, hold on, I think the toolkit core doesn't auto-connect anymore, which is really weird, so I have to keep like reconnecting it, which is a little frustrating, but it's not the biggest deal. Anyways, welcome to our little colony. We got dead people, we got dying people, we got like 2 graves already over here. People are sick, and I think right now Exonia is on the verge of also dying due to... oh no, it's just got worms. So we're slowly getting beds for people. We currently have 12 pawns, and we have 3 people that need names. So if you want to join the colony, feel free to join queue, and I will get you hooked in here. And right now my goal is to hopefully get this expanded on, because right now this is a bit of a disaster. We have a small crafting room, a small bedroom area, and then our study / research lab. We are still in the Stone Age, in case you're curious where we're at. We don't even know how to fish, and winter is coming. And well, actually we just got out of winter. It's now spring, so we have time to get some food going. We have a lot of potatoes and psychoid, and what else we got here? We got some hay grass. We'll probably have to start setting up additional fields of crops right now so we can kind of stagger it. In fact, we're gonna do that right now, just to get a few, just to get some more crops growing. We'll slap one out here just to get some of that done. Anywhere we can find crops is gonna be a blessing. In fact, here we're gonna grow some corn, because it's gonna be a little bit of a longer term crop. That's a good question. I don't really know my history that well, so we're one of the Lithic periods, except the Lithic period also happens to have access to guns and castles and all sorts of other shenanigans. So think of it as just kind of a hodgepodge Rimworld experience. Anything is possible if you believe it to be. Also, I think we ran out of food. No, I don't know where our food's being stored, but we have food oh, we have food, okay. Maybe if Steve here would eat, he would not complain about being hungry. You remove the morale trait for yeah, that's right, that sounds about right. So that's kind of where we're at right now, comrades. So also, if you ever want an animal trait attached to your pawn, let me know and I will just add it onto your pawn. Garm, did you want to join the colony? You don't have a pawn right now. Or if you did, it probably died. Because we did lose a bunch of people to various diseases. Did I ever watch the multiplayer GTNH? I have not. I watched not the streams, no. I did not watch them. Also, by the way, in case you're wondering where we're at, we do have a wall now proper, so we actually have some form of defense. It's not the best defense, but it works. We have protection for the time being, and hopefully we'll get somewhere. The goal is we need to get more research going, so we'll have to do this tribal gathering at some point. I think that's what we've been doing all the time. All right, Garm, let's see. We're gonna get you the one that's got good shooting. You can have this one. All right. Give you this fine fellow right here. All right, congratulations, Garm. You are a eldest caretaker because you're the eldest child, and then you became a colonist, industrious, jogger, impatient cook, chemical fascination, and ignorant. You're 16 years of age. The ignorant part doesn't really matter too much, but the shooting, passion, and cooking is probably what's going to be your main job for the colony. And Infidave, we're going to give you... Let's see, which one can we send to the mines? Amusingly enough, neither of them are really good going to the mines, so we'll get you this one. Combaro. Okay. Alright, you are a... 29-year-old bookworm who grew up to be a plank cutter, so you're really good with plants and also smashing things. A quick sleeper, bloodlust, ignorant, nearsighted, which actually reduces your ranged chance, so we're just not going to give you a ranged weapon, and you're quite inefficient, so your global work speed is actually a lot slower, which is a little unfortunate. So you're not in the mines, but you are in the fields. You wanted to touch grass, you will be touching the plants, and that is going to be your job for now. So anyways, the colony is growing bit by bit. I would like to replace eventually the walls with the granite blocks instead of having to rely on wood. But right now, the granite blocks is just kind of the easiest way to, or the wood's the fastest way to get things built. So that's why we've been kind of relying on that more than anything. Oh no, we're not making rice. You're cultivating you're cultivating like potatoes and corn and whatever else we can get our grubby hands on. How's it going? Well, I'm doing pretty good, all things considered, honestly. I had a nice lunch consisting of chicken wings that I may have purchased and made myself, as in I bought like a pack of chicken wings and made lunch with it, and it was really tasty, except for the fact that, wow, did you know chicken wings are expensive? God, I hate the price of chicken wings nowadays. I remember back in the day when they used to be a cheaper cut, and now everyone wants like $3 to $4 per pound of these things. I'm like, oh my god, this is where we've come to now. The price of these things, everything is expensive and it sucks. I hate it. Oh, back in the day when things were cheap, now everything's expensive. I can actually find a photo of it. Hold on, let's find a photo of my delicious lunch that I made with chicken wings and some frozen French fries and a couple sticks of celery. Oh, here we go. Let me make sure there's no identifying information in this really bad image. Yeah, this is fine. Fun fact, there's technically buffalo sauce on this, but apparently I didn't put enough of it because you can kind of barely see it. So I probably should have put way more buffalo sauce on this, but it was still a nice little taste, although I didn't really taste any spiciness out of it. And it was a very delicious lunch, and honestly, it probably would have been cheaper for me to go to an actual chicken wing restaurant than for the amount of effort that I put into making those chicken wings. Yeah, beef is expensive, which means chicken's getting expensive, and pork is usually really cheap as meat, but now pork is also getting really pricey too, so there's just no winning. Everyone suffers. That's the timeline we live in. That's right, everything is just pricey now. Also, for our food, just so that our food doesn't maybe expire, maybe we should put it in like a pit. Oh, we need a granary. Oh, the granary would be really good. Oh, you know what? This will store lots of food, actually. You know what's... Yeah, everything's expensive, but you know what's not expensive? Supporting your favorite streamer by watching them. I'm only saying this because... Holy cow. I opened up Twitch earlier, and I swear to God, like, almost... Like, some of my VTuber friends, I checked their, like, viewership right now, like, their live viewership, and it's literally half of what it should be. And I'm like, what is going on Twitch? It is awful. And it's a weird time we live in for this platform. I know their whole thing is like they're trying to minimize botting, as they say, but I don't know if they're actually accomplishing anything like that, and if they're just causing issues to continue to fester, and it's no fun. Benefits companies affecting the cost of all PC parts. Manufacturers feel increased production prices. They can watch demand and price trends, which is nice, and we'd like high prices. Want to see how much you can push it. Oh yeah, because all the data centers want to buy all the RAM because they need it for their AI whatever things. That's right. If you ever wanted to build a PC, you are way too late now because, good God, everything is expensive. That's right. AI has ruined yet another thing, and it is the price of your favorite PC parts. It sucks. Like, it actually does suck, because I think at some point I was considering doing a PC upgrade, but that's not happening anymore. There's just no way that's realistically going to happen with the current environment of prices for things, and it sucks. It does suck a lot, and there's nothing I can do, right? Alright, we should probably make a couple short bows. I'll make 2 short bows. We should be fine doing that. So, I don't know. I think I'm just going to run my PC into the ground at this rate, because, like I said, my PC is, like, already 5 years old, which is fairly old for PCs, but I did buy top shelf parts, and to be fair, the only graphically intense game I play nowadays is Battlefield 6, and even then, it is struggling a little bit, because I'm running at, like, 1440p, and it's struggling to hit, like, 90 FPS, even on, like, medium, low settings. Yeah, this timeline definitely sucks. My electricity bill, as you guys are mentioning about eating electricity, my electricity bill has gone up by like 50%. Oh, like year over year. It is awful. And what also sucks is that I know for a fact that there is going to be a data center near me in the near future. And I'm like, this sucks. Because all it is just... The thing is, like, I don't understand... Like, okay, here's the thing. Local governments love to say, we are going to get a data center built in your city, in our town, so that we can have extra jobs and taxes. But then you realize the people who are working at this data center aren't the people who are, you know, highly qualified engineers, because they're shipping them in from other states from where they live. The people who are really working at these places are maintenance workers and security guards, right? Because let's be real, the people who actually know how to operate these things aren't living in nearby. They're living somewhere else and they're just getting flown in when necessary, and they probably have like a small staff that probably do live nearby, but that's about it. And so all it is just gonna keep eating up all your electricity and other fun things that you need, all in the name of what's it called? The great AI revolution. I hate that word so much. But yeah, this is the timeline we live in. It's awful. Yep. But you know, we just gotta live with it now, I guess. Yeah, the AI revolution. That's what they love to say. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm elite electricity to help AI rule the world. God, no! Okay, I remember like when I was younger. Okay, here's the thing. You want to know something? You want to know a truth? I'll tell you a truth right now. I think legitimately there's an alternate timeline out there where I became a crypto AI grifter. And I only say this because I think there was a point where I was just all aboard the AI timeline revolution before it became this obnoxious grift that it was today. I think I was like really into the idea of like general AI consciousness. And because I read a lot of science fiction, I'm like, oh my god, we can have robots and AI that are really smart and do these things. And then now, instead, what we got is this ridiculous grift where it's like this perpetual cycle of these companies just circulatory money moving around, and AI just being used to generate garbage videos and pictures and text and killing general creativity. Oh my gosh. It would suck to want to be a writer today. Like, I'm not even joking about this. If you wanted to be a writer today, there is still hope for you if you're willing to put in the effort. But I think for a lot of people, that hope is just murdered. Because AI is just like, why learn how to write when someone else is just gonna spit out an AI quote-unquote novel in the span of like 3 minutes, and it's gonna be garbage? But some people don't care. They just want the lowest common, the most bare bones version of their entertainment possible. Writers today need to super poison their digital works against AI. I don't even know how you would be able to poison your written works against AI. It's just what they're using it for. Yeah, like there can be uses for AI. Okay, so one thing that I saw recently that I thought was a really cool way of utilizing technology in this way. And here's the thing, not everything is AI. Like when they say AI, it's just like fancy algorithms, okay? It's not general actual artificial intelligence. Really, the main thing that I saw, like if you can use AI to basically skip over, like say, extremely tedious processes, like let's say, like I saw one where it's like the guy put on like instead of spending $5,000 on a mocap suit, he took a video of himself just doing a dance, and then the processing software, AI, whatever you want to call it, was able to essentially transform his actions into a motion model that he was able to then use as a rig, or he was then able to apply a model rig onto, and then that model was able to start doing the dance. And I'm like, that's a really cool way of using it, because a lot of these mocap suits cost like $5,000. So it's like, it's things like that that are so nice. But instead we have this weird timeline where, what is it called, Sora AI, and they're trying to do like the whole, have you wanted to try out our really garbage, what do they call it, like didn't they make some kind of like weird ass social media platform about like their own version of like TikTok or something, but for just really bad AI videos? Gen AI is going to be far away. No one's made it yet, as has been said before, but people are worried like it's gonna come soon. Like, I don't think it's happening for a while, quite frankly. I don't think it's happening for... Also, we need to kill some animals for food real quick. Did we make a bow? All right, hold on. Let's see. Okay, so Sun has a bow. Fantastic. So you're gonna specialize in that. Who else is a good shot? Garm, congratulations. I'm gonna give you this bow as your primary weapon. And then that's about the only main shooters that I have access to. It'll take a while. Meanwhile, Neurosama can now move in 3D. Yeah! Oh, I saw Neurosama's 3D model. It's so cute. I was like, oh my god, I wish one day that could be me. Actually, here's the thing too, I forgot to mention, but for the Christmas album, I was initially gonna do like 6 songs, but I think I might cut it down to like 4. It's a really bad cover album anyways. And the main reason I'm saying this is I actually kind of want to try getting it professionally mixed. I have very bad singing, but I wonder if a really good mixer can make my voice sound at least somewhat acceptable to the average ear. So I am considering commissioning a actual like professional video mix, like audio mixer, and see like what can they do. I got in contact with one. I haven't talked to them yet, but someone sent me like their contact information, and I'm like, interesting. Yeah, maybe I'll do like a few scuffed ones and then a few like really nice ones. That's also an option. But I'm just saying, like, this is a thing. Just keep that in mind. That may be happening in the near future. And if you're interested in that, hey, who knows? Why is this 3 wider? Why is this weird? 2, 3. This 3? Why is it going from... Okay, that was weird. I'm like trying to I'm like trying to count it out. I'm like, that seems odd. I mean, that's still 3, so I guess that's fine. Well, let's just drag it out to the ocean, and that should be okay. No, I'm pretty bad at singing. I think I can sing sometimes, but I tend to sing in the car where it's a lot more constrained, and I'm not dealing with things like echo and whatnot, and it sounds a lot better in the car. Right? And it really depends what I'm singing. Like, you can't be expecting me to sing high songs or falsettos, but if you ask me to sing something slower and lower, then it's probably a little better to do than, you know, it's one thing. We don't have a song list yet. I was gonna make a channel, but I kind of got lazy. I got a lot of things that I had to do the weekend. And by a lot of things, I basically I got a little lazy. I don't know. I've been getting really busy over the week, and I've been needing to spend like my just weekend to decompress and not do too many crazy things. So I know a lot of people like to do more and more content creation work, and I really should be doing the same thing too. But man, when it hits the weekend, I'm just like, I just don't want to think. I just want to be not quite a vegetable, but I definitely want to be vegetable light. I forgot I'm not playing with Combat Extended. That's a really weird thing to keep in mind. Why is this person Sag? Why is our ideology? Oh, because we never really got a proper ideology, did we? Tribal gathering real quick. Undo mouse singing below thick bed covers. I mean, that's also an option too. My thinking is that I think the way I want to do it is I'm gonna have like one song that people can select, and then, well, I'll have the people like, and then people will provide options for the other songs, but ultimately I will make the final choice on what the songs will be. I think that'll be the best way to do it. Not planning enough time. I mean, it depends. Yeah, think about it this way, right? So my week is super busy a lot of the times, right? So let's look at my Mondays, right? Like, I work, and then I have a couple hours to just kind of decompress and do other things, chores, laundry, cook, and then I stream for 4 hours, which basically eats up time like a second job. Then I gotta go do other things, and then I have to go to work the next day, and then I come back. I have other things. I do a martial arts class, and I gotta do... Then I stream again. Same thing on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I work, and then I have a dedicated amount of time that I, you know, spend with a certain someone. And then I also have my archery thing. And then Saturday and Sunday are like my days where I can do whatever I want. I don't stream. I have no obligations. Unless I'm driving up to Canada, in which case that's an obligation. So there's a lot of different things that just kind of eat up my time, and you just kind of learn to live with it. But it is a lot. No, probably not Professor... I don't even know how that one goes. Santa Baby? Hold on. Santa Baby song. How does this go? I'm not singing this. I'm looking it up right now. I think I've heard this before, but I don't know how this goes. Santa baby, just slip a sable on... I don't know how that works. Under the tree for me. Bidding off, good girl. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Okay, something like that, right? But what if you sing it like a... What if I sing a song in a really sultry voice, like Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight? Like, that would probably get Ray to kill me, is all I'm gonna say. Or someone to mute it. Yes, that's also a valid option. Perfectly understandable answer to that. Also, I ran out of wood. We may need to acquire more wood. Oh no, we have a lot of... Yeah, we actually are running out of wood. That's so funny. Let's get to chopping trees. Oh wait, I have my line tool active. Wrong tool. Let's go here. There we go. It's mass acts of deforestation should be fine. I don't know which one Garm you're talking about, but I vaguely recall that was a song of some kind. Yes. We are so slow with getting these research points, by the way. Like, I hope our research can... Oh, hello, that's Stegosaur. Alright, I guess we have to fight a bunch of Stegosauruses. Let's go. Not like we have a choice. If we don't kill them, the colony explodes. Actually, wait a second. Can't I just ignore them? Actually, no. Wait, we can just ignore these. Just don't go outside, Lamau. And you'll be fine. Oh, never mind. They're just gonna go that way instead. All right, maybe we do have to fight these off. All right, let's kill off the Stegosaurus. I'm sure we can kill these, right? I think if we just have Immortal like lead the front, we might be okay. See if that'll force them to a repath. Okay, it's moving over here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold open, and then we're just gonna stand back here and get our best melee fighters with the heaviest of weapons standing. Oh, no, don't go there. And then if you got a bow, better get ready to start shooting it. All right, and then here's hope. Okay, so why? I don't know why we can't stand there. Oh, I forgot Ixonia has a flaming bow. Yeah, that's kind of important. Okay. Where's this gun going? Hello there, little... Oh, he's going for the other one! The other human! I guess we should probably go rescue them. Alright, you finish this one off, please. It is edible. Yes. Alright, fantastic. We're gonna butcher that thing up. I guess we should probably save the other human over there. Alright, is it gonna repath? Okay, it is repathing towards us. So what we'll do is we'll go inside here, hold open, get right inside, move you here, you over here, and then maybe we don't have Ixonia fight. Let's have Ixonia stand here and here. Okay, so that should fight us. And this door we can close again. Anyways, before I continue on more random stuff, hey, who plays City Skylines? Remember that game that I really like and I kept talking about it the past couple days? Hey, you want to know something really funny that just happened? Oh my god. Paradox Studios decided that, hey, Colossal Order is no longer allowed to make the game, and so they basically took it away from them. And Colossal Order and Paradox Interactive are parting ways, and it's no longer under their control, which is quite something, is all I'm gonna say. I love City Skylines, don't get me wrong, but man, we live in a weird timeline. Okay, you can leave that there. And so now the question is the new developer going to be able to handle it? But you want to know something funny? You want to know who the new developer is? It's a studio that specializes in mobile games. That's right. I looked up the new studio's entire thing, like what they make, and it's fucking mobile games. Like, that's their whole thing. I'm like, is this real? Is this real? And it is real, but there might be a little bit of a hope where the new studio is getting so much support from Paradox they might be able to revive the game, because it's kind of had some issues. So maybe. I have faith, kind of, but I'm also just trying to be optimistic, cautiously optimistic that it's not going to go. No, we're not going to get gotcha mechanics in a city builder. Here's the thing. Basically, if you don't know what happened, City Skylines 2 has been kind of under had a really rough launch, and people are saying that a lot of the issues kind of also stem from the developers, right? Who may or may not have just kind of let the game bungle around for a while. And the thing is, like, it's also their biggest cash cow. Like, I actually looked up, City Skylines has sold way more copies than any other game that Paradox Interactive has sold. So I don't think they're gonna let the game die. In fact, I think they want to try to get it back on course, and I have hope. I know it's copium and hopium, but quite frankly, I still have a lot of fun with CSL2, and I'm willing to be optimistic that the game's not gonna go completely dead if they're given enough resources to at least try, right? But it's really unfortunate Colossal Order just said, nah, we're done. But I think they just weren't happy with how CO was handling the game. Also, I forgot I have two training halls that I probably need to merge into one. Because we have this one here. Also, these guys are tax collectors, which I will not pay them taxes, because why would I pay taxes to these random people? Okay, so you want to know thing, Brony? I know you're joking, but have you heard about SimCity Mobile? Okay. So there is an actual SimCity mobile game. I don't know if it's still active, but it was basically as mobile gamey as you would expect from a company like EA. And they're not the only ones who've done this to like an old franchise, because Activision did the same thing with Roller Coaster Tycoon, where you have to basically build things, there's timers, you have to pay real money if you want to speed up the timer. It's basically a Skinner box in a game, and it's really, really bad. But that's kind of like the timeline that I think we somehow avoided with City Builders. I don't know. I still think... Oh god, you know the funny thing is, too? They're not the only... Like, there's been a lot of weird stuff in the gaming industry recently. Like, Ubisoft just announced that they got acquired by another company. Here's the thing. We don't know which company. We don't know which company. So there's two crackpot theories about this. Okay, hear me out. One theory is that they got bought out by Tencent. Ubisoft owned by Tencent is probably the worst timeline that we could be in. The other timeline is that they are bought out by Valve. Which is, I think, a statistical impossibility. I think legitimately it's probably Tencent. Yeah, Ubisoft was already like kind of struggling, and they were struggling a lot, and it was really unfortunate. So, you know, that's just timeline we're in. Ubisoft is being taken over by a Chinese company, and, you know, in the end, everything becomes Chinese. In the end, everything is just Chinese, and there's no escaping it. Why is there a fire? Oh, that is a fire. I mean, it's not really a big fire that I have to pay attention to. Let's run the tribal gathering real quick. And board writing is demanding ownership stuff down. It's bad. It's really bad too, because I think they're also trying to like bring the company private again, so they can maximize the amount that they can get from selling it off to another developer. Because Ubisoft has a lot of crazy, what's it called? Like IPs. Like, as much as people clowned on Assassin's Creed, Shadows, and Rainbow Six and all the other stuff, like they're strong IPs with very strong brand loyalty. I still remember one of my favorite RTS games of all time was made by Ubisoft, or published by Ubisoft. Ruse, which unfortunately you cannot buy anymore, which sucks. Also, why are we not building anything? Why is Supposer not building? Oh, there's a fire that's gotta be... Oh, hello, that's a big fire. I have an idea to deal with that later. They're a platform company. It is a platform company. You're not wrong. Yeah. Valve is... Just wait until we start seeing Steam... What is that thing actually called? Steam Machine, right? Oh my god, I keep thinking it's called the Steam Cube or the GameCube. I legitimately can never remember that this thing actually has a proper name. If I ever buy one of those things, I'm getting that stupid ThinkPad front logo faceplate, or like one of the funny ones that have like the e-ink display. Oh yeah, no, I know that Wargame is essentially the successor to Ruse, but Ruse was still different enough that I actually enjoyed Ruse, because Ruse was way more simple, right? Ruse was a very simplistic, technically simplistic RPS, right? RTS, I'm sorry. Because really the only actions you had for a unit was move, attack. And you could, you know, chain attack moves, whatever. And then your main thing was you had like the whole ruses where you could be like, oh, I was actually you know, sending my strongest troops here and you didn't see them. I have outsmarted you. Whereas a game like War Game is a lot more realistic, where things have like attack, move, stop, armor direction matters, things like that. War Game is a very fast title. I played War Game. I literally bought all of them up to Red Dragon, and I even played Steel Division 1. I don't think I bought Steel Division 2. They were fun, but they were very difficult for me. I think there's like a certain level of granularity that I appreciate in a game, and certain amounts that I don't like. So something like Ruse, where it's not so granular and more grand, is a lot more fun for me. But if I want something more like focused, I like a game more like Company of Heroes, where it's more on like a squad based, but not like an actual squad, but like multiple squads running around the map. I think that's kind of like what I like. I hope that makes sense, like what I'm trying to say. Everyone's got different preferences, and that's just kind of been mine. Also, is this a mountain? I'm gonna delete the roof off this mountain. I wanna rip this entire thing apart. I don't want it falling on top of me. Just gonna delete this entire thing so we have more space to work with. It also gives our miners something to do, because I think our miners are bored. Yeah, platoon level, I'm sorry, that's the one. That's the term I think we're looking for. So that's kind of like the level that I enjoy in RTS type games. Because I really enjoyed Company of Heroes, but boy, it's 3 has been rough, and I basically just don't bother playing multiplayer, I think, anymore in these RTS games. I don't know. I liked Ruse because it was slow, right? I liked Ruse a lot because I could play the game and I didn't have to be a like god tier at APM. Whereas you play something like Company of Heroes and you actually do need a pretty high APM to play the game properly. And don't even get me started on anything like on like StarCraft, because I'm just not good at it. I have a very low APM when it comes to RTS games. I'm just not a fast person with RTS titles. Play TF2 at 2 a.m. Everyone but you is cracked. You're playing a Titanfall 2 at 2 a.m. You can still find servers? That's the real mystery right there. I can't believe you managed to find a Titanfall server in this day and age. Oh. Don't worry, I know what you're talking about though. I'm joking. I really hope that we do get I really hope we get another Titanfall game again. I like the Total War games because they're also kind of low APM, and I can kind of just, you know, focus on the general maneuvers more than anything else. But the thing with Total War is it's a lot like Titanfall, Total War Warhammer is such a weird game because you have to do all the weird hocus pocus magic shenanigans if you want to play effectively, and it is really hard to do it well. Oh, we gotta hunt. Also, why do we have 3 people having mental breakdowns? Chemical starvation, greedy for a better room, and tattered clothes, ravenously hungry. Okay, well, let's go hunting for food, because everyone's gonna be mentally breaking down for a bit until we can solve the food crisis. If it, I'm gonna give you a club. Hello, Skypeon, how are you? Diesel Knights? Oh, I did see Diesel Knights, yeah. And I know they canceled Titanfall 3. Listen, I'm still gonna huff copium. I have a dream. I believe that maybe one day we'll get it, even though I know it's never gonna happen, which really sucks. At this point, I'm just... I played Apex Legends Season 1, and I never touched it again. It's just not a game I could be bothered to play. Quite frankly, it's just not for me. We need to find animals to kill. I'm gonna kill... Let's see. Do we kill the Iguanodon? Oh, here we go. There's a Planiosaurus. Let's kill this thing. This thing's food. You can free pause. You can free pause, but I also try not to pause too much whenever I'm playing a game like that. But it does tend to happen quite a bit. Alright, we got another meal. Let's go find another thing to kill. Where did Mortal go? Okay, Mortal, you need to get over here. We gotta go hunting for wild game. I think today's hunt is gonna be this thing. The Ankylosaurus. We need food. I think with Immortal and that super cool sword of slashing, it should be fine. We can probably keep it staggered the entire time by smashing its head in. Mortal did take a little... Oh, there we go. Easy enough. All right, we got another meal. And is there anything else we can kill for food? Let's roll with this first. Got your first rat death. Death by piggy. Well, I'm sorry for your pig. Or your rat. Everything doesn't exist in Asia except StarCraft 2. It's mostly Korean. That's true. You gotta come to America for all the cool RTS. Even though there's not a lot of cool RTS games. There's a reason why I play Paradox games. Because I don't have to be so high APM. I can just think about the big picture and play that way. And that's why I have fun with it. How do you fish 34 craft light panels out of your lake? Are we anywhere? Why are we not researching? Who's our researchers? Oh wait, I had Zeopulser going out and killing things, that's why. Alright, we need to butcher food. Alright, Ronnie, I want you to go... Wait. Can you not butcher that corpse? What's going on? Oh, because we're hauling it first, okay. Is there any wildlife that we can even hunt? Oh, there's a stack of gazelle over there. If we attack one gazelle, do they all start attacking me? That's the real question. Ray is actually playing Retopolis. She bought me Retopolis saying that I have to play it on stream at some point, so maybe tomorrow or maybe Wednesday. I haven't decided yet. I know people really want to see Minecraft, but oh jeez, we're out of food again. I haven't had a chance to make sure that it works properly, and that's kind of where I'm stuck at right now. I know people desire the Minecraft. They yearn, the kids yearn for the mines. But it's gonna take a bit of time before we can do it, I'm sorry. Also, I just realized it is so hot in these houses, we do need to have a way to manage temperature, so we should probably build these. Oh. We don't have a way, we don't have temperature cooling. Because I think that requires... It's not even plumbing. Wait, how do we manage temperature? Oh, passive cooler. Oh yeah, we don't have a passive cooler yet, so... Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to suffer through this season and hope we don't die. We'll just crank the speed up to 4x and hope it's fine. Oh, we may need to go hunt down animals, but there is a lot of gazelle there that I'm really tempted to start killing. Let's just see what wildlife is here. Just hunt down these and it should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Good luck. For verification. I haven't decided. I know there's some people who don't want to make a Minecraft account, or Microsoft account, which I understand. I'm not sure how... I mean, I know how to change the setting, but I'm not sure which one I will go with yet. I'll try to come up with a choice at some point, but please give me time to think about it and figure it out. Let's see here. Also, we need to make... I don't know which one of these I want to make. It's not Rentopolis. It's called Ratopolis. It's essentially another colony builder, but your colony is more sideways, similar to Oxygen Not Included. Drifter Sulfur Resources. Oh, Ratopia, I'm sorry. They want silver to give so they can rescue their friend. Okay. Yes, it's the one where you're a rat princess doing rat princess things. Okay. At least we have food, which is good. Maybe I should put the meat sellers in here and not over there. That might be better. On the other hand, at least we have meals now, so that's good. Okay. We may need to order some hunting. Alright, we're gonna order these 4 to go. Maybe not a Ronnie. Let a Ronnie stay behind because I need a Ronnie to cook. Alright, let's go hunting. Did anyone join the queue? Okay, if you want to join the queue, there is one pawn that needs a name. How's your hut? Well, I haven't had a chance to decorate any of the huts right now. The hut decorations are kind of my kind of low priority right now, when we don't have that many builders. In fact, we have one main builder who's currently out on an adventure. Actually, we're gonna make this one a builder. It's join queue. I'm gonna go kill these gazelle. I need them. I need the meat. I'm just gonna sneak up on these things and just execute these things too. Everything here's meat. They're not paying attention. They're like little ducks that are about to get murdered. Ah, now they're angry. Now they're getting revenge. What a mistake that they've made. Okay, so I want these hauled in. And then we're gonna go for the real prize. A giant herd of gazelle. It's in the stream title. What is the actual trigger for them getting revenge on me? Because I can just keep killing them, and they're not really paying attention to me. Cool. Alright, we just killed a whole bunch of gazelle. That should keep us fed for a little bit longer. There you go. Alright, we're gonna get you this guy. His name is Brexio. Let's see. Oh wait, there's two people in queue. Alright, let's roll it. Alright, it's gonna be... Brony. Congratulations. You are a shaman, a Muffalo shaman, who is greedy, composed, stiff, psychically deaf, and a body modder. You are really good at building, which is fantastic, because I'm going to be having you slapping rocks together for quite some time to build me the floors that I desire. Alright, that should be fine. Also, we think we need to run the celebration real quick. That's fine. Just run the celebration. That should not cause too much issues here. Yeah, I'm surprised the gazelles didn't, like, trigger any aggro on me, because I was fully expecting that to happen. So, I guess I got lucky. Very, very lucky. Okay. Just gonna run this ritual, see if it does anything of note. Okay, so that gave us... +5 mood. Actually, wait, am I not allowed to update my ideology? The ideology icon just never showed up once I researched culture, so I guess not relevant for this run. Oh well, that's fine. We've gotten good at EU5. How good are we talking about? Have you committed crimes in EU5? What are you doing in EU5? Being in the cemetery instead of being cremated? Is it because... Wait, so if a rat in your city dies and they didn't die in battle, they get cremated, but if they die in battle, they get a warrior's death? Is that what's happening? There we go. Look at that. Look at that beautiful storage place. Oh, I love it. I still didn't buy EU5. I do want to buy it at some point, but it's not an immediate priority for me to purchase. It's a little down on the list of games that I want to buy. Oh my gosh, it's flooded. Ooh, look at that beautiful flood. Oh, I love it. I love seeing that. Anyways, hopefully they're hauling the corpses in so we can actually start chopping them up for food, which I think is exactly what's happening. We really need to figure out how to sort through this. There's so much garbage here. We need a better storage unit. We need better houses. Alright, this one's going to be assigned to... Who doesn't have a bed? Alright, Garm gets this house. Alright, a hut for everyone. Everyone gets a hut. I'm going to build another hut over here. I'm trying to avoid grids because I think I draw way too many grids all the time, no matter what game I'm playing. So hopefully here we can avoid a grid. Houses I want up against the... I want up against the road. But if it's not a house, I don't want it on the road. So this is going to be another house here. Again, these are not supposed to be efficiently designed. They're supposed to be just be designed. And I still need to find a way to dump a bathroom in here. That's fine. So then I think you can put a bed right as you enter for that bad feng shui. There we go. Beautiful. You can subjugate the entirety of the Iberian Peninsula as the Crown of Castile before the year 1500. Okay, so then why don't you take over the rest of Europe? Yeah, you managed to get Spain. It's time to take over the rest of the other ones, too. Actually, I've been playing a lot of CK3 recently, and the mechanics in that game are a little arcane, is all I'm going to say. I decided to play, like, a Japanese colony, or a Japanese character, right? And I became an adventurer. So Japan was a feudal society already, apparently. They weren't tribal yet, or they weren't tribal, but I took over an area, and then I immediately became tribal again, and I had to fight my way back up before I could become feudal again. So I basically lost like 300 years, like almost like 3 generations worth of progress and tried to build back up. So it's been a rough time, and we're already in the year 1000, and my character's like 70 years old, but he basically took every single benefit that just increases his health, so he's not going to be dying anytime soon. Also, we need more weapons. I'm going to make some. Let's make a couple. I guess clubs are fine. And you put Japan in the middle of Africa. That seems a little extreme. What whiskey, screw efficiency, we're building for survival. I'm kind of in this. Listen, I build for aesthetics. They may not be the best aesthetics, but they are my aesthetics. Okay, it's not going to be perfect. It's never perfect. But you just kind of accept it as is. And that's a fire. Oh my goodness. Look at those potatoes. Oh my goodness, we actually have crops growing. It's so beautiful. We have real potatoes. Oh, trust me, yeah. My goal is, when we hit medieval, we'll try to build a castle along the sands, which is probably not ideal. Or maybe we take this area and we build our castle here. Or we strip this starting area down and we build a castle here, which I think would probably be the most correct way to do things. Anyways, we need to run the Great Tribal Gathering again for a pittance of, you know, research points, because apparently it's hard enough to get people to research fishing. We are not going to build a castle over this giant stack of water. That's not a good idea. This thing is not giving us a lot of research, but it's the fastest way to get research going quickly. We may need more wood. Just kidding, we have enough. Okay, so 8 per person, so there's 10, so that's like, what, 80 science points, which unfortunately gets distributed amongst everything. That's why it takes forever to get any research done here. Yeah. At the very least, we should try to at least get some... Oh, gosh. I hope we have enough food. We do need to at least keep this aesthetic. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Ooh, totemic boards. Well, maybe we don't do that right now. Animalist slabs. Okay, why don't we just do generic wood floor all around? So that when this thing catches on fire, it really catches on fire. You know what? No, maybe that's a bad idea. We're still cavemen. It's, it'll be dirt. It'll just be all dirt. For now. Okay, also we have clubs, so I'm gonna give one to you. And I'm gonna give one to Dark Pika so that both of these... Everyone should have a weapon, essentially. Castle against the ocean would be pretty sick, too, yeah. Also, there's no lights in any of these, which is the other thing to keep in mind. How big the world it feels in EU5. Is it really good? Would you say you got your money's worth buying EU5, Ranu? Let me ask that question. At least it sounds like I think you've gotten your money's worth. Despite the problems, you think it's worth it. Okay, that's good to hear. Let's do it like this. I'll build the design here, put a bed. I think we can just cram it right up against that pit and it should be fine. Ooh, yeah, that's, I kind of vibe with that. That's fine. Okay. So far, so good. We're at least getting things done, but food is still a perpetual problem. I don't know why we haven't hauled these in yet. Apparently, we can't store them here, which is weird. I don't know why I can't store it there, but here's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully that'll try to resort it, and we can just dump it in there if it's not gonna dump it here. I think it's just only one person can interact with the corpse dump spot at a time, which is the main issue. So now they can at least haul the rest of these over. 1.3 days to like butcher these things and eat it up, yeah. Wait, what was that? Hello, what are you? Okay, hold on. This is a Boomasaurophilus. 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 Okay. Engineered for chemical production, the Boomasaur was created from the genetic base of a parasaur, with the addition of a large sac of volatile chemicals on its back. Though it is weak and fragile for its size, other animals have learned to avoid it because it creates a huge explosion when it dies. You can also milk it for chem fuel, very carefully. How much does it actually produce? 15 chem fuel every 2 days is kind of a lot of chem fuel. Alright, I forgot there's that wild person that we never ended up dealing with. That's unfortunate. Okay, there we go. So now we have potatoes, at least some food. And then I know we'll get the psychoid there, and we should have corn in the near future. And hopefully we can get these potatoes before they start to rot. We'll also get some hay grass soon. We do need the hay grass for other things, which is kind of relevant, which is why we're doing that. Okay. What was I talking about earlier? I know I was talking about some like random video game related things, and I've completely forgotten about it because I got distracted by other things. Oh yeah, so anyways, hopefully Minecraft soon, and we'll probably stream Ratopia this week. I think the main thing with Minecraft is like I've been trying to figure out like I've been struggling to. I thought I got the mod pack that I wanted to working, but apparently I'm running into issues. I may need to sit down and like try to figure that out. So that's kind of where I'm at, because I talked to Ray and she really wants Pokemon. So trying to figure out how to get Pokemon in there. What is going on here? Why is this designed weird? Okay, so I don't know why that got designed really awkwardly. But it should probably be like this. Okay, that's fine. Your brain has stroke and something, Boomashakalosophilus. Listen, it's a lot of syllables. It's a lot of syllables. So anyways, that's the thing with Minecraft. So hopefully we get Minecraft soon. That's all I'm gonna say. Please be patient as I try to get it working, but I can't guarantee when it's gonna be soon rather than later. Okay, so who needs a bed that hasn't been assigned? This one needs to be assigned to... I need to get everyone out of here. Alright, Sun gets this one. Sun, I am freeing you from the clutches of being stuck in that abominable space. Okay. I don't know. I was clicking buttons and I don't think I was clicking them correctly, which is the main issue. I'm good at game, I swear. I'm very good at game. That meal will expire in like 2 days. At least we have some meals to consume. At least they're eating at tables, so at least they're happy. I should probably kill this giant chicken. I mean, these things probably aren't super aggressive. I think it's a vegetarian. So maybe we can kill it, and this will produce a grand total of 560 meat? Okay, it's sleeping. Hold on, I have an idea. It's still sleeping. Alright, everyone get over here. Just gonna sneak up on it real fast. Okay, and we're just gonna get everyone next to it, and then we're just gonna press right click back. Okay, Immortal's tanking it right now. Immortal got bit. So did Dark Pika, but that's fine. Perfect. When in doubt, just jump on a sleeping animal and it'll be fine. See how easy that is to get rid of it? Also, no, I'm not having a brain stroke, I promise. Okay, I do need to use the restroom, though. I've been drinking a lot of water today, so let me do that. Also, while we're doing this, we'll run the tribal gathering in the daytime. Why does this thing keep moving to the center? I swear I keep moving it back here. Right. I'll be right back. Just gawk at the beautiful colony. No, I will never obliterate one of the pawns, I promise. I'm good at the game. Okay, I am back, and I am ready to continue gaming this. Oh! Brony is now addicted to Luciferium. I do not have any Luciferium. You are dead. I have no way to treat that. Yeah, I'm at a loss for what to do about that, actually. It was calling your name. The funny red pill was calling your name. I can't believe you've done this. Also, holy cow, all the plants died, which means we don't have access to a lot of heal root either, which is very, very bad. Oh, God. Alright, well, we'll see what we can find, but we do need to start growing heal root in the near future, if we can figure out how to grow it. Also, you'll need to forgive me. I need something sweet, so I am going to eat a bag of gummy bears very quietly while I do this game. Anyways, what kind of songs do you want me to sing for the album? Except Ray. Ray's not allowed to answer this because she already knows what songs that she wants and she keeps asking me about it. But everyone else who's not Ray is allowed to say a song. And I think I'll definitely keep them into consideration as I try to figure out what songs I'm going to throw into the album. Especially if I'm going to get this like professionally mixed. Ixonia has gotten sick from sensory mechanites. Oh my god. Everyone's just getting sick and dying. Oh. It never ends. Wait, who's Nether? Is Nether like another streamer? Let's see. Is it this one I just pulled off Google? Netherim? No, it's not. Okay. Actually, who is streaming Rimworld right now? I'm kind of curious to see Rimworld. Oh, Nethercloud, got it. Okay, I didn't know who you're referring to until now. Got it. Oh, I do have one thing I want to talk about real quick. That is so cursed. Okay. So, there is a brand new Chinese MMO that just came out. And apparently, its character creator is really nice if you're into, you know, that whole wuxia aesthetic, right? So, one of my buddies played it. And he was looking over, like, you know, trying to figure out, like, how to do his daily quests and whatnot. Because nowadays, every game has fucking dailies. Even, you can't get away from dailies. Anyways. He told me, and he showed me a screenshot, that in that game, in order to do your daily quests, you have to, I shit you not, you have to interact with a chatbot. An AI-powered chatbot that is basically to represent one of the NPCs to do your dailies. And I'm like, this is so cursed in so many ways. So, you log on, you need to go talk to, you know, the Great Jade Emperor Fao Shuangji or whatever, and you need to type in a, like, the way it was like an MMO chat box. Let me see if I can find a screenshot, because I thought it was so cursed. So I find it real fast. I think it was in this area. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let me show you the screenshot that he had sent us. Here we go. The most important part to note is that it literally says over there, you're interacting with an AI bot, and you're expected to type in response to this. And that's the part that's incredibly cursed. I don't know, but this is apparently how the game operates. And obviously because they trained it to basically roleplay as a character, that's exactly what's gonna show up. CN games can be fun and fine. It really depends on like what the game is. Duck Off is CN, I think it's fine. Dyson Sphere Project, I put a lot of hours into. If you like Factorio or Satisfactory or any factory game, I think Dyson Sphere Project would also be a really fun game to play. It's less it's not as pretty as Satisfactory. It's not as autismo as Factorio. But if you like building gigantic space projects, then Dyson Sphere Program is the game. I really enjoyed Dyson Sphere Program. I put a lot of hours into it, but I haven't put hours into it ever since the Dark Cloud update came out. I just didn't bother. But if you're into that type of thing, hey, it's perfect, quite frankly. Okay, how many more houses do I need to build before everyone has a house? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I gotta build 5 more of these. I gotta build 4 more of these. Yes, Ray, hello. Hello, Ziriuzen. You heard the new Arknights game would have Factorio elements? It kind of does. I saw one of my friends, like, talk about it. But I played Arknights for a while. I like the designs in Arknights. But, I don't know. The story was really just, I didn't want to touch it. So, I don't care. Like, honestly, like, I fear any game where the priority is mobile first. And a game like Enfield, like Arknights, where it's mobile first, it just concerns me greatly. And generally, that's going to kill any interest of my... Because I don't use my phone for gaming. My phone is a media device, but I use it to watch videos and read stuff, and that's about it. I find mobile gaming to be a little tedious, so I try not to play things on my phone too often, unless they're board games, essentially. Like, board games are fun on my phone, but that's about it. So, if I'm playing a game, I want it to be at my desk, at my PC. The world may be trending towards mobilization of everything, but I stand against the tide, and I vastly prefer to be a boomer and play things at my PC. Okay? A mouse and keyboard will always be superior to using a touchscreen. That is my personal and honest and true opinion. So, yeah. That said, hold on. I really wish I had a Steam Deck. I thought about, like, do I want to buy the Steam machine, but I don't think I can justify buying a Steam machine. The only reason I would have it would be to offload certain streaming processes to it instead, but at that point I might as well just build a mini PC or just buy a pre-made mini PC, and it would be probably a lot better than doing some other shenanigans. So it's just food for thought, essentially. Hello, Raging, how are you? Still wish you had a working controller. Monster Hunter is cumbersome on a mouse and keyboard. I do play controller games sometimes, I won't lie. Some games are designed for controllers. Let me rephrase. I like playing video games when I can sit down and not be on my phone. Right? Graphics and details in Enfield are insane. That's what I've heard. I saw some of the videos and it did look very pretty. Anyways, yeah, you missed, in case you're coming in, we were talking about the Chinese MMO that just came out, West Winds or something, and how it's quite unique in how it does things. Not in a good way. It definitely is one of the games of all time. Meet my gummy bear. The Steam Deck is not retro. The that GameStop employee is just being an ass. Like, that's not even a joke. Here's the thing. The Steam Deck was really good for when it came out, and it's still really good now, but you can't be expecting to play modern titles like Battlefield 6, Call of Duty 7, or any of those other things on the Steam Deck. But it's really good if you want to play lighter titles on the go without too much hassle, right? Like if you wanted to play something like, I don't know, the Kingdom Hearts collection. You can see there's some barely play games in general now. I guess if you live in Asia, you're also kind of screwed. Because didn't you know Asia is essentially a third world country when it comes to Western hardware companies? It's so true. Multiplayer games exist in Asia. They're just all freemium games that are made by Nexon or NetEase, or yeah, that's basically it. Like the like, what was that one Nexon shooter that was so popular? What was it called? Combat Arms? Wasn't Combat Arms Nexon? I remember, like, I knew someone who played a lot of Combat Arms, and they were, like, cracked at it. But I don't think they play it anymore. Wow, wait, wait, am I reading this right? I'm reading right now. Wait, Nexon published Arc Raiders? There's no way. Is this actually real? Oh, it is published by Nexon. That's so interesting. I did not know that. Oh, it was published by Embark Studios, but developed by Nexon. That's so strange. Huh. I did not know that. I have seen a lot of people talking about Combat Arms. Or not Combat Arms, Arc Raiders, because the Game Awards is happening soon. In like a month. And oh boy. I have seen some really stupid takes on the Game Awards recently. Like, I saw someone say, like, if Arc Raiders doesn't win Game of the Year, then clearly the contest is rigged. And I thought that was one of the most brain dead takes I've ever seen, because first of all, not everyone likes Arc Raiders, right? That's just how it is. And I don't think it's necessarily too new, but it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but if you're just like saying only this, if this game doesn't win, it's rigged, then that's gotta be one of the most brain dead takes I've ever seen. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way to describe how I feel about it, but there's a lot of other games that came out in 2025, and it doesn't have to necessarily be just, you know, flavor of the month extraction shooter, because extraction shooters are quite frankly a dime a dozen. There's so many of them. This game from Tarkov just came out. This game from Tarkov is kind of a top-down extraction shooter. There's Arc Raiders, obviously. Was there like Grey Phoenix Rising, or whatever it was called? Grey Raven something. And then obviously you still have like PUBG and everyone and their mother making battle royale extraction shooters. You know, a lot of Arc Raiders just early and done things like that. I think it looks okay, and a lot of people said really good things about it, but it's not the game for me. I think I've come to the... Yeah, Gray Zone Warfare. I could not remember what it was called. I'm sorry. Actually, have you seen the nominees? Do you guys want to look at the nominees together? Comrades, do you want to take a peek at the Game Award nominees so we can all gawk at it? Let's see who's actually on this list real quick. I found the list real quick. I'll tell you my opinion on which game should win. Oopsies. Here we go. That is a blank screen. Okay. Game of the year. All right, let's see. I have played none of these games. Yeah, no, I am 99% sure either Clair Obscura or Hollow Knight is going to win this game surely because they have insane amounts of fan base, power, and also I heard Expedition 33 is just like really, really good, and I know Kinwar gave me some bits to buy the game and play, but I haven't had a chance to actually do that myself. But holy cow, that's a really strong contender right there. Okay, how do I go to the next step? Okay. Okay, hold on, let's take a look at the... Okay. I mean, they all look like pretty strong contenders, but like none of them are like the ones... Also, let me make sure, before we continue this, let me make sure that our colonists have enough things to do real quick. Just so that while we're doing this, our colony's at least growing bit by bit, right? I don't want to just leave it as is. So I want to put a small housing block. We're just going to turn this into, like, not quite slums, but it is getting a little slum-like here. Okay, so just slam down a generic house that looks like this, because again, it doesn't have to be perfect, they just need to be functional. Dump a bathroom here, and then we'll dump a bed here, and then we'll put a door. Maybe this one has the door like right there, and that should be fine. Okay, so that's fine. Put a door here. Okay, and then I want to put another one. Okay, so then I want this entire... So put a wall, and then I want to put a floor. It's a nice wooden floor here. Okay, that should be good. What's our food situation looking like? Okay, we have enough meat to last us and potatoes to last us a while. It's summer now, so I think what we need to do is we need to get a really big grow zone of just potatoes. Just so we have access to a lot of potatoes when winter hits. I don't want to be having to hunt down food all the time. Okay. And I want to have one more housing block. Let's say... That's probably fine. Who's our miners? Okay, so Zipo's is the only miner. But I'm also going to require Ixonia to enter the mines as well. Okay. Alright, you're still avoiding DS2 spoilers until it comes out on PC. Oh, that's right, I forgot it's a PS5 only title. That's so weird. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of it. Okay, what else is on the docket? Best game direction. Alright. My guess is that it's probably going to be a contention between DS2 and Clair Obscura. Oh. Hold on. It's... Is it just gonna be Expedition 33, Death Stranding, and Ghost of Yotei for a bunch of these? You've got to be kidding me. Why is it just gonna be them? Best narrative, I don't know. My guess is people are probably gonna say Expedition 33 or Death Stranding 2. Death Stranding 2 probably because it's Kojima's shenanigans. And it is pretty good. What's Ghost of Yotei even about? So it's like a... Did you ever play Ghost of Tsushima? I think it's similar, but it takes place in the area of Yotei, I guess. Like a revenge story. Best art direction. It's just the same games again. It was a decent year for game releases, but very horrible for the industry. Oh yeah, with all the layoffs and everything, it's gonna be rough. It is a really rough time, not just for like, you know, gaming industry, just like a lot of the PC technology industries are just really getting murdered. Okay, what else we got? All right, my personal pick, even though I have played literally none of these, probably Hollow Knight. All right, next. Score and music. I have literally listened to none of these soundtracks. I have no opinion. I heard Expedition 30. Oh wait, you can actually... Oh yeah, because these are the primary composer. Audio design, can't say because I didn't play any of them. Best performance. That's 3? nominations for Expedition. Is Expedition 33 that good? Do I need to play this? Good God, it's just 3. Okay. What's next? I don't really know how accessibility is gonna work. Okay. I have played none of these. That's true. It did have universal acclaim. That's true. French Fantasy 14 was really good. French Fantasy 33, yeah. I guess it did have... I know a lot of my friends were talking about it and they all played it. I do need to play it at some point. I feel like I skipped a category because I think this button's not working. Best game for thought-provoking social message. I have not played any of these games. That's not a category that really interests me. What else we got? Next. This thing keeps breaking down. Okay, best ongoing title. Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, No Man's Sky. From my perspective as a Final Fantasy 14 player, I am almost obligated to say Final Fantasy 14. But No Man's Sky and Helldivers have had some crazy amount of like ongoing lore and story that made them really well, maybe not No Man's Sky, but No Man's Sky keeps getting free updates like crazy. But Helldivers 2's story and like how it constantly evolves over time is a really cool concept for an ongoing experience, and I do think Helldivers or No Man's Sky is probably gonna win this category. I don't care about Fortnite and I don't care about Marvel Rivals. I'm sorry. I know people are waiting for the next expansion. I'm kind of in the same boat too, but I still need to finish. Best community support. I don't know why Final Fantasy 14 would win this. My guess is probably BG3 or NMS. Probably NMS is gonna win this one. Because every time he releases an update, you used to see all the memes of like, no, please, we're ready to give you money. Best indie game. We all know Expedition 33 is probably going to win this title. Is Expedition 33 really an indie game? That's crazy. And then section during Endwalker. I can't believe I don't count. What do you mean? I will finish Dawn Trail eventually. Best debut indie game. It's gonna be Expedition 33. Best mobile game. I didn't even know this came out. No. I almost guarantee it's gonna be Uma Musume for this one. What's next? Best VR AR title. I didn't touch any of these things. I've not touched my VR headset. Best action game. Focused primarily on combat. It's probably gonna be Hades. But generally, like, the thing is, like, for these games, it's like a lot of it's like not only just a popularity vote, but it is a popularity vote, and it's like also just a general gaming sentiment. Like, Battlefield 6 is unlikely gonna win this title. It's probably gonna be Hades, because Hades generally has a lot more outpouring of community support, whereas people, well, I could see Battlefield maybe doing it, but the rest of it probably not. Best action adventure. It's probably gonna be Hollow Knight or Death Stranding. I don't really see Ghost of Yotei like really winning anything when you have to put it against these titles. This game, oh, Split Fiction could be maybe, because I know people love the Hazelight games. You know, like the, how was it? Like It Takes Two, Split Fiction. What was the other one that No Way Out or something, like the Escape game. Best RPG. Okay, I didn't play Avowed. Probably it's gonna be Expedition 33. Could also be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Next. Best fighting game. It's gonna be Capcom or it's gonna be 2XKO. I don't know how to actually pronounce this, but I know a lot of people are getting really into the League fighting game. All right, what's next? Best, did I skip a genre? Did I skip RPG? Hold on. Oh my god, this website's really slow and clunky. Holy cow. Yeah, hold on, I'm trying to wait. I'm trying to get it to load, but it's this is not a fast website. This website is super bad. I'm getting a 404 when I click that button. That's not a good sign. Yeah, that's not a good sign if this keeps breaking down on me. Oh, here we go. Oh no, we did talk about this one, yeah. My guess is that it's probably gonna be one of these two for RPG. It's probably gonna be this one. Family game. I didn't play any of it's probably gonna be Mario Kart World. I don't really see Split Fiction as a family game. That's more of like a partner couples game, really, than a when I say family game, I usually see it more as like a party style game. Okay, come on, strategy. Oh, here we go. Was this really the only ones that they were able to pull out for this category? Are you kidding me? Okay. I thought about playing Tempest. I thought about playing Tempest Rising at some point. Was the Sim strategy genre just really dead this year? I guess it was mostly just DLC for existing games already. Is this really all we got? Because EU5 came out too late. I don't know. My guess is it's probably gonna be. It's probably gonna be Civ 7 or the Altars. I had some friends play the Altars and say it was really good. They enjoyed it a lot, especially it's like it's very story driven. Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't know I don't know why Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evil's Chronicles is on here, because it's just a remake. Which fair, like I don't know. I don't think that really needed to be on this category, but I guess they were just struggling to find anything to put on here. All right, next is sports and racing. Any day now, this will load on me. Come on. Yeah, I'm on. Oh my god, I forgot to check. Hi, Normar, how are you? We're looking at the Game Awards thing. The original was PS1. It was a PS1 game that got remade multiple times over, and it's like the third remake already. I don't care about sports. It's probably gonna be Mario Kart or Sonic Racing. People who are watching the Game Awards are probably not the type that are playing, you know, sports games like EA Sports, is my guess. Best multiplayer. Okay, what do we got? Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction. Well, it's actually a tough one. Ooh, this is actually a tough category. It's probably Peak, is my guess, or Elden Ring. Arc Raiders, didn't this come out? I feel like it's really new and probably shouldn't be on here, but I could see it possibly winning too, just because I know there's like a lot of people who love the game. All right, have a good night, Brony. How are you? But Peak, I know a lot of people loved playing. Plus, it's a very, you know, casual type game too, so, and a lot of people have fond memories of it. Best adaptation. We got a Splinter Cell animation show? I need to watch this. It's gonna be a Minecraft movie, by the way. Unironically, I think the Minecraft movie was pretty good. Like, the more I thought about it, like, it is a pretty faithful recreation of, I think, what the modern Zoomer Minecraft brain rot experience is. And I was like, you know what? I can, as much as I try to stay far away from that, I can understand why that game might be the one that wins. All right, what's next? Most anticipated game. All right, so which game has the most hype? I guarantee you it's gonna be GTA 6. That's not even a question. This game keeps getting delayed and delayed, but people are like, oh my god, GTA, GTA, GTA. I guess Marvel's Wolverine might be fine, up there too. Most people have probably not heard of the rest of these. Except Witcher. But my guess is GTA 6. Content Creator of the Year. Kadrill, Kai Cenat, Moist Critical, Sakura Miko, and The Burnt Peanut. I don't know this guy. Isn't this the guy that like worked with Mr. Beast and what's his name to make their stupid Lunchables knockoff. What was the other one? And then Sakura Miko, obviously VTuber. And then Moist Critical. My guess is probably going to be Moist Critical or Sakura Miko. He's like the only two that I know, and my guess is probably going to be one of those two. Best esports game. Wow. It's the same ones year over year. Counter-Strike, Dota, League of Legends, Valorant. You don't see either of them winning? I don't know. I could see Moist Critical winning. Kaisen's the bigger streamer on Twitch. Yeah, but I think he's also had some, like... I guess it's true. Alright, what's next? Yeah, Overwatch 2 died for this. Keep that in mind. Overwatch 2 died for this. That's true, I guess. I just don't pay attention to Kaizenat, so that's maybe... obviously, I'm a little biased, and I'm telling you who I would vote for. Best esports athlete. My guess is this is going to say Faker and then a bunch of other League players. What do we got? Wow, it's not Faker. I don't know any of these people. Counter-Strike, Street Fighter, Valorant, League of Legends, Chovy, Brock. Unfortunately, I can't really make a comment on this. I don't know any of these at all. Next. Oh my god, this thing is so slow. This website sucks. Okay, last one is best esports team. Wow, we don't even get T1? We don't get T1 for League of Legends? It's just Gen G? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I don't pay attention to any of these. All right, that was a thing. All right, let's go back to the game now. The actual thing that you're here to watch. If you didn't care for that side story, I'm sorry, but I just wanted at least take a look at what was the opportunities for, or like what are the people voting for now. Also, I think I didn't design this very well. You know, I should actually added one extra space here. You know what I'll do is I might actually get rid of this middle one. Hello, Risten. That's a nice wet fart. League's saying no one cares. I don't know. League is still pretty popular. I enjoyed watching the League of Legends World Finals. Also, where's our food? Hello, Greywind. Good evening. How are you? Hopefully you're doing good as well. We have too many animals, by the way. I need to start killing these. Holy cow, that's a lot of malaria. We gotta figure out the malaria problem soon. Exonia's got malaria too. Oh, you gotta get that tended before you die. Come on, get in here. Okay, so we have enough medicine to hopefully keep people alive, but it's still gonna be a little rough. Okay, that's fine. No, I'm a totally good judge of games. Also, this one we're going to reassign this bed to. Infidave gets this one in the corner. Let's see. Where else do we build another bed? Is that the only bed I built? I could have sworn I built another. No, trust me, my opinions are so good. People love my opinions when it comes to video games. But you know why? Because they know that a professor opinion is a good opinion. Let's build the bathroom. I think probably in this little pit here should be fine. Like that. And then put a door there. And then what if we just make this like a really long room for the bedroom? A little odd, but I might think it might be kind of an interesting design. I'll put the bed like... Ooh, it's not centered correctly, but I think that's fine, because then you can just kind of put it like in the back corner here. Almost like a... There we go. My dish opinions? What do you mean my dish opinions? Like food? Alright. Here's my opinion on food. The saltier it is, the better it tastes. But you have to have balance in the salt. You can't just have all salt. Good dishes require balance in all forms of flavor, right? Salt is, on its own, isn't good. But you use it to help accentuate other flavors that are found in the dish. Hearing my opinions on games, listen, I've never hidden my age. My age has always been public information. I don't care if people know that I am essentially a boomer of video games. That's fine with me. I don't care. So, you know, why hide what doesn't need to be hidden? See, that's the real way to think about things. Also, let me just stretch real fast. Those are just my opinions when I think hot pot can be. It can't. Listen. Hot pot cannot be 3 meals a day, as much as I like to joke about that. Okay, it's incredibly unhealthy, and you should not try doing anything like that. However, I will say that a well-designed soup can be, in fact, your meal 3 times a day if you accentuate it with other things, like, you know, having some bread, or having some vegetables, or having some fruits, you know, things like that to help make it. But cup noodles for breakfast, lunch? No, you shouldn't do that. That's a bad. That's a really good way to die very quickly. I do not recommend that. Also, Infidave, why are you sick and dying too? You also have the malarias. We're out of medicine, by the way. Again. I don't think we can grow medicine, can we? Also, real quick, I need to create a storage for... We need to make a granary. So I'm just gonna put the granary like right outside here. Should be fine. Oh. Okay, that should be good. If you're eating cup noodles 3 times a day, I strongly encourage you to please seek out a better diet. Is all I'm gonna say. That cannot be healthy. There was a time, I remember, where I would eat a cup noodle every night. And I think that eventually I stopped doing that because it's not healthy. Like, that thing does catch up to you in due time. Even if it's cheap, even if it's delicious, that thing will catch up with you. And you will pay for it with your body later down the line. It's not ideal. I don't recommend it. Be careful, comrades. Eat intelligently. Is what I'm trying to say. So that you're not gonna end up dying an early death from consuming things that could have been entirely avoided if you had just chosen to eat a little bit better, right? We're gonna add like a little beach house here. Eat brains. Yeah, I hear brains are really tasty to consume too. I hear that's like a really good source of like protein and other things. Hello, Koizumi. How are you, comrade? It's been quite some time. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to our little cave hut thing that I'm trying to poorly design so that there can be space for people to live in here. Oh, you've been around? I'm sorry. I think I know you've said a couple things every now and again. And whenever you do, I always try to say something, obviously, in response. But regardless, hopefully you've been having a good evening. Ah, gotcha. Fair enough. Well, in this case, well, all the pawns are currently claimed, right? You don't risk prions. Don't worry, me too. Alright, there we go. We're building out these granaries. Oh, are we out of food again? No, thankfully. We have enough potatoes to last us for quite some time. We need fishing ASAP. The problem is... Ooh. These are really bad. We may need to... We are struggling a little bit. Okay, I need heal root. Okay, heal root. It's a lot of wild heal root. Let's just go harvest it. Okay, there's a lot of heal root ferns. Harvest those too. So that at least gets us like, what, some 20 heal root if we get that done. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. Also, they got gutworms. We're just getting hit with disease after disease after disease. What is this disaster? There's no freedom here. Look at Sun here. Malaria and gutworms? Oh boy. There is no winning here. We may have to go interact with these traders and see what they have. Anyways. Yeah, we'll probably we'll see. I think again my goal for this colony is we'll probably try to hit industrial era, but it's just a struggle surviving this early part of the game where it's just so much. It's just slow, and also we don't have researchers that can research all the time. Like Zeoposter can research, but he's currently sick and dying of gutworms, and it's not gonna kill him, but it's gonna take a while. In fact, I should probably require him to not bed rest. Yeah, people should not be bed resting unless they are actually dying. But I think he's not... Yeah, because he is set to building... Alright, I need another researcher. Who else can research? Congratulations to Sun. You are now a colony researcher. Infidavis plans. Wow, I really don't have people who can research besides them. That is a little tragic. Well, I guess we'll try to make it work. And obviously we'll need more clothes, and I don't think we can even make pants right now. At least no one's dying of heat stroke yet either, which is the real concern that I was having with the colony. So, anyways, I think for the next colony, we should have time for one more colony before we do Nekograd in space. So my thinking is we'll try... I don't think I want to do another space colony right before we do Nekograd in space. So we'll try to do something a little different that's not quite caveman to future. We might do a Factorio-esque colony and see how that pans out. And I think that'll be fine. What's wrong? Are you scared about Nekograd in space? Space cats? Space... cat girls doing space things? What do you think about it? Oh, you want to do another old frontier? Oh, like a cowboy colony? We haven't done a cowboy colony in a while. Like a scrappy industrialization run? That could be kind of interesting too. Yeah, I could definitely see that being kind of fun to do. Also, we're gonna assign... I'm gonna put an end table like right here. Who is this gonna be assigned to? Who doesn't have a room yet? This belongs to Steve. Okay. Alright, so Steve gets this one, and we just need one more house, and we are free. Okay, Brony will get the last one, but I'm thinking we'll do something like this. Brony will get a nice, really small, like... ocean... Ooh, maybe that's a little too tight, actually. Because that one's already a small house. Let's put it... So you can have like a 1 tile wide... No, 3 wide here. You can probably put it like here. Should be fine for the other house here. Okay, and then I think for this one, we'll put the door up here. And... yeah, we'll do a really weird bathroom. I think it's fine. This one's not gonna have a bath. Alright. Strange design, but it's fine. We'll put a bed right there. Perfect. How many more bricks do I have? Okay, so I'm thinking we'll do 3 here. And then this one can also flesh out so that walkway is complete. Hey, look, at least the colony is looking nice bit by bit, right? Ugh. Ugh. I don't know why. Again, like I keep saying this, but like I've been just getting way more tired as of late, and it's getting hard. I really think I'm gonna start pulling the stream back, not ending an hour earlier, but I might start and end an hour earlier than normal, just to make it a little easier on myself. Also, these things are... oh, the hay's already rotting. Whoopsies. Hay goes in here because I need this stored ASAP, because I needed the hay to help prepare some animal related things, but I think we just need to kill these animals because we have too many. I don't know where we're getting all these small animals. I need to kill them all. There's 4 of them. I'm killing them all. I can't keep them. There's too many to keep track of. Okay. Also, people's clothes are also on the verge of breaking down. Okay, so 1 person needs clothes, we have food, and we have no medicine remaining while we try to fight off the malaria. Okay, so Garm is probably not going to succeed unless we do preach health on Garm. I think everyone else probably... oh, no, we don't. We need that medicine ASAP. I need medicine badly. Okay. There's a couple that we are able to grab, but my guess is that we probably won't be able to get enough medicine at all, and people are going to die. Well, we're going to try to make sure you don't die, but anything's possible at this rate, and that's the unfortunate part. If I can find additional heal route on the map, that'd be great. Oh yeah, see, most of the heal root fern isn't grown yet. Which is the problem. Because it needs to be fully grown before you can even harvest the dang thing. And because of that, we've found a few, but you really need medicine to survive the malaria, and I don't think we have enough medicine to survive it. Let's see, these guys do... Oh, hold on, let's trade with these people before I forget. Alright, Garm, wake up. You want your malaria medicine, you gotta go trade for it. Got 9 medicine. Alright. Nine medicine might not be enough, but it might be enough to keep Garm possibly alive. But based on what I was seeing, your tending is really low quality already, right? Okay, you need to get back into a bed. No, stop. Let's see, because you got Mechanites. Exonia's got Mechanites that barely surviving. Dark Pika's got malaria that absolutely dying to. Garm's got untended. Oh my god. Where'd Garm go? Why are you there? No, get back over here. Why'd you end up over there? Okay. My best doctor is Ray, who is dying of gut worms, but is still able to tend. So let's see if Ray can keep Garm alive. But it's not looking good. Okay. Dark Pika probably dies. Sun maybe dies. It's kind of a toss-up right now, based on that amount. Infidave lives for sure. There's always the scary part with diseases. Listen, we don't have a good hospital. We have a place for you to lie down if you're sick, but not a proper hospital. Oh, Garm, I hope you live. You have to somehow beat 10% over the next 10%. I don't know if that's feasible. You're catching up slightly. I think Garm might actually live this. I think with a combination of Preach Health and a decent tend quality, there's a very real chance Garm survives, because the gap is closed to about 7%. So Garm will live somehow. However, I cannot say the same for Dark Pika, who I think actually dies. We will be doing that at some point. Like this is going to be the hospital in here for now. Like once they're all kicked out of here. In fact, let's kick them out of here before I forget. I've been meaning to put a temporary hospital in here for some time. I just haven't had a chance to. We actually can build regular beds now. Holy cow. Or we can make fur beds. Ooh, let's do fur beds. We can make it with dinosaur hide. That's right, because we have so much dinosaur furs. And human furs for some reason. Maybe we don't do that. Let's do medium furs is fine. This will counter hypothermia, so at least gets 5 hospital beds. Cannot preach health for another couple days. Garm's malaria has reached extreme tier. Oh boy. The gap has closed to 5%. We're just gonna keep an eye on this and pray that Garm survives. Infidave is fine. Sun is also kind of in that weird state of maybe surviving, maybe not. Yeah. Where's Ray? I need Ray to quickly feed or tend to these people. Okay. I don't know who tended to Garm, but Garm's dead. Who did this tending? Oh my god. Someone came in, tended to Garm, and now Garm's dead. I don't think Garm survives anymore. Because whoever did it gave a You have a 9.3%. I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry, Garm. I think you're dead here. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're dead here. Oh. It was a good run. Yeah. We'll give you a funeral. Are you free from slavery? Are you ever free from slavery? Oh my god, this is the second Garm that died. Yeah, I think I definitely did. Well, that's why we don't have you in this colony this time around, because we're cavemen. You'll probably join us if we ever hit medieval or industrial. A visitor from the future is what we're gonna call you. Alright, we gotta get the other corpse graveyard in here too. Oh my goodness, all people are sick and like there's no medicine. We barely have food. Actually, just kidding, we have a lot of food. Oh. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so over. Yep, Dark Pika, there's no way Dark Pika lives this. Alright, Sun will survive that malaria. Oh no! Okay, where's Ray? I need Ray to tend. I think the problem was Immortal was doing the tending. I don't think Immortal's good enough for tending. Okay. 50, okay. I think Sun might be dead too. I think we're about to lose 3 people to the great malaria of 5501. Yep. Alright. So I'm gonna need another grave. The modded FE run. Oh, I know. Here's the thing. The only reason I haven't done a Paradox Mega campaign is I don't think most people care that much about Paradox titles. Also, CK3 would literally take like 30 to 40 hours to do one part. And then we'd have to do EU5, which I have never played. And then we have to do Vic 3, which I'm awful at. And then we do Hoi 4, which is the only game that I actually know how to play. So we could try it. Maybe we'll think about it after the new year. We'll do like a poll. Do you want to see a Paradox Mega campaign? EU5 is, yeah, EU5 is 500 years of campaign, which is like the crazy part. I mean, it could also be kind of interesting. It's like, let's do an EU5 campaign, except I don't know what I'm doing. We're not doing a sarcophagus, so we can't afford to make sarcophaguses. We're also just like very bare bones cavemen. Also, I think those like are a lot of our builders that just died. And researchers. Yeah, okay. Let's get you building my graves real fast. I want to get these people buried. And then Brony, this is your new house right here. On the other hand, hey, we lost a lot of colonists, so now our game should run faster, right? Is that how this works? Okay, so why don't we bury them one at a time. I'm not gonna strip their clothes out of them. We'll just put them in as exactly they were. I'm not gonna eat them. I'm not a savage either. Oh, I'm sorry, Garm. I didn't expect you to die. It wasn't my intent. You were so close to living. I think I wasn't paying attention and Immortal tended to you, but Immortal's medical skill isn't high enough. Like Ray's got the highest medical. Don't worry, we'll run multiple funerals to soothe all of our aching souls after that. Let's do them one at a time. How am I? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Like I said, I am having fun playing Rimworld, and I'm enjoying seeing what happened after everyone nearly died from a tragic malaria case of the summer of 5501. And apparently we're really bad at funerals because everyone was very sad about that, or not happy about that. I'm not murdering you. Let me emphasize this. I don't murder people. The game murders people. I am just merely a facilitator for the content of you getting murdered. There's a big difference. I don't dictate your deaths. The game does. Oh, the only time I dictate your deaths is when I send you into battle unprepared. And at that point, you may blame me. But until such a time happens, you cannot blame me for your death. That's what I'm gonna say. I think. When was the next Hoi? This Thursday is the next Hoi 4 stream because the new DLC drops. That's not even a joke. Like, the new DLC is dropping this Thursday. I am so excited. I have been looking forward to the new Hoi 4 DLC. I can finally play the Philippines. I am legitimately considering doing a Philippines run. And it's gonna be cursed. I don't know. But quite frankly, I'm probably gonna end up doing a Japanese or Chinese run because at least that's a little more interesting. And if I did the Philippines run, I legitimately will have no choice but to open the stream by going like, Bayang Magilu, pera salang salanga. I don't know how to sing it. You know what I'm talking about. I was like, Bayang Magilu, pera salang. I don't know how to read Tagalog. I don't read Tagalog. I'm sorry. I'm a failure. Philippines run on Hearts of Iron 4 because the new DLC is coming out on Thursday, and as a Hoi 4 player, I am obligated to stream it. I also have to buy the DLC pack. I haven't bought it yet. It's like $50. So that's kind of like my big game purchase for the week. And I'm excited for that. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be really cool. If you don't know what Hearts of Iron 4 is, it's my favorite grand strategy paradox title. I hope one day they make a Hearts of Iron 5 with the new engine, and it will be so beautiful. I can finally get rid of these stupid things. Oh my god, we're free. Wait, are you Filipino? Ah, another Filipino has hit the chat. Okay, I'm only saying that because there's other Filipinos in here too. I mean, ethnically I am too, so that's not, you know, terribly surprising. They're multiplying. Oh, it's okay. We get a lot of variety. I know we had that one Russian fellow just joined the Discord the other day, and I don't know what he's saying half the time unless he's using the translator, but I can kind of get general context clues based on excitement. And I know we've got like Normar from Vietnam. We're just collecting Southeast Asians here. Maybe it's time to embrace my true calling as a streamer who appeals to Southeast Asia. The Philippines' greatest asset... No, the Philippines' greatest export is nurses. That's not even a joke. I guarantee you, if you know a Filipino and you ask them what their parents do, I guarantee you they'll say like their mom is a nurse or something of, or at least they know there's at least someone in their close family that is a in the healthcare industry. You thought I was female? I mean, I am a Babiniku VTuber, so basically I'm a guy who uses a female avatar because I like being a cute anime girl on the internet and nothing can stop me. Decolonizir. Is this a Dutch word? It sounds like a Dutch word. Ray could stop me. The only thing that, yeah, Ray could stop me from doing anything, honestly. I remember like one time someone was asking like if I was like a femboy design or something like that. I was like, nah. Let's just say it's a female character avatar because I like that a lot more than the whole femboy trap aesthetic, whatever you want to call it. Autistic people here like yourself, you're figuring out some autistic audience. I mean, that's not even that's true, because I think that type of game just kind of attracts that type of people. I mean, have you seen the types of games I play? Like, they are basically, I don't even know what you want to call it. Do you want to call it like autistic pandering? Sure. Hoi 4, City Skylines, Open TTD. I don't want to say Rimworld, but you know, city builder, colony builders. Okay, that's all I'm saying. What allegations? Stream League? I'm not playing. I will not lie. I played League of Legends like right before stream. I was like, I got time for a quick game of League. So I played a quick game of League, and then I went live. And I was like, ah, yes, Rimworld time. I don't know what's wrong with these. Someone needs to stop me and like uninstall this game from my PC. Hey, listen, I'm not the only one who's addicted to it. Look at all those other VTubers. Listen, you saw Callie play it recently. It's, you know, it's there. Every VTuber you know plays. I was playing ARAM. I was playing Mayhem. No, it's like if you play regular mode. Okay, here's the thing. If you play regular like draft or ranked, then I think you're criminally insane. If you're playing a casual mode like ARAM or Arena, then it's fine. It's just a casual game similar to like, what was that one MOBA-esque game that had like Diablo style kind of controls that died after like 2 years? What was it called? It was like an arena fighter type thing too. Also, we're getting attacked by more cavemen. I don't know why Immortal's heading over there, but I think we might end up in a fight soon. No, not Path of Exile. It's Gigi role model. Listen. When Gigi and Crony start talking about Toronto, Japanese, I think that shit is so fucking funny. Like when I heard Konnichiwa Gon Mina Slime, I started losing it. I'm like, this is so good. And then I saw the Bibu clip of her reading the super chat that had that text in it. I'm like, this is so over. Society is just so cooked. This is peak. We found what peak is. No, yeah, this is your fault. How does it make you feel knowing that you are the direct cause of me saying these words on a semi-regular basis? Actually, every time one of those comes out, I link it to Ray and she's like, I don't know, like, why do you send me these things? I'm like, I don't know, I can't stop watching them. It's so good. It's so stupid. Oh, this is where we've come to now. Anyways, we're just gonna kill this guy. Okay. Oh, actually, Steve got hit. I'm surprised like the dinosaurs aren't really getting hit. I guess they just go straight for the rider. Alright, let's go make sure Steve survives. Oh, Rajiri's also dying here. Oh, that's a lot of cuts. Okay, you go back, and you go back. Oh, we'll let him die. No, see, Ray knew that this was the thing coming in, alright? Ray knew that this was bound to happen, the strange speech and all that. It was all a matter of time. She keeps saying that I use zoomer words, but I'm like, listen, I'm trying to use them ironically. I would never say them in such a serious manner. Also, I just realized I should have built the main road following through the gate, but I kind of messed up. Oh, well. Let's just quickly draw out the main pathway real quick. Nice 3, and then we'll curve down here, and then we'll close it up like that. Okay. I kind of like how this is panning out. Look at how beautiful our little settlement is for 8. Hopefully someone's going to tend to them soon, because someone's not tending. Alright, we should probably add some shelves now. We actually have shelves. I didn't realize we got shelves already, but I guess we got it with basic furniture. Let's do a medicine cabinet. It's probably fine. Yeah. You can blink Terran Victor, but only if you face 54. I mean, maybe Terran Victor's gonna throw more evil things at you and you're not gonna expect it, right? Also, no. If you want to know, I don't play Path of Exile, quite frankly. I know a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends who are really into Path of Exile, but there's only so much nonsense I'm willing to tolerate in my video games. And I looked at that game. I'm like, this skill tree would have been really cool, and I would have enjoyed this if I was in college. However, I'm an adult with a working job, and I don't have time to just be, you know, examining all of these different skill trees to determine what is the optimum way to get an extra plus 3% lightning damage to defeat my foes. So that's why I do not play Path of Exile. Just not a title that I think I really want to be touching. Also, I'm gonna grab a few more fighters. We need to go kill more of these things. Oh, I hate every single one of these events that are about to show up. Why is it gonna be one of these? I mean, yeah, like, I don't disagree with your statement at all. I think my thing is that I think Path of Exile's complexity just comes from the fact that it wants to be Diablo, but on, like, not even steroids. It's like cocaine, where you just have the tree. These absurd complexity is the whole feature, and not to mention that, but like all the random stats that you have to like pay attention to all the time. So like, oh, we got to make sure that we have, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, oh, here you got to get like your weapons with like the plus. You have to make sure you roll for the right weapons, make sure there's the right stats, make sure it's got the right slots for gems. I don't know what's going on, so I stopped. I played it for a little bit. I thought it was cute. I played it when I was kind of like in my Diablo phase. And don't get me wrong, I love a good skill tree. Coming as someone who has played Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy XII with on Zodiac mode and on free grid mode. I can't remember what it's called, not free grid. It had like an alternate start where you can have whatever start you want. And it was interesting. But there's a certain point where I'm just like, it's a little much for me. And that's why I don't play that game. So the more you know. Can I fish it? Oh, hold on. I just realized we can get more food now. Hold on. All right, we will become fish. We will become fishers. Okay, I'd like to combine these zones, please. All right, we have become Fisher Price. There we go. Now we have fish. So hopefully that'll get us some food to keep us alive. Also need to start sorting through all this. Okay. Bring this back a little bit. It's time to start sorting through our garbage. At least expand this out. Like, just get the bare bones warehouse bigger. Yeah. I will fish the men. And I will turn them into food the way that they were meant to be. Every time I talk about fish, I just want to eat more sushi. I haven't had sushi in, like, a while. But, oh, okay. Here's a minor complaint. I know I keep talking about things being expensive, but you know what I'm really sad about? Okay, so hold on. Can you tend to yourself? And quickly tend to these other people, and then hopefully we get some food going, because I think we ran out of food again. All right, Arani, time to get butchering. There's a sushi chain that I love near me called Kura. It's all around the United States. When they first opened, they were basically selling plates of nigiri sushi for about $2.20. And then, holy cow, when COVID started, they were at like, I think $2.80. And now they're at like, I think almost $3.80 a plate. And I'm like, I just cannot justify coming back here anymore because the price has gotten too high. And it's so tragic because I love their sushi. And I'm like, ugh. Now the only time I can get good sushi. Okay. I guess we'll try to tame this woman. And now if I want good sushi, I gotta wait until I can go back to Japan again, but that's not until November of next year. So I'm like, oh, I have to hold out until then, and then I can get the good sushi, the good fish. Also, we are dying of a heat wave because I have 0 way to cool this down. I actually do not have a way to cool anyone down here. We're all gonna die. You should anything other Filipino dishes? What's your favorite Filipino dish? Let's ask this question. What's your favorite Pinoy food? Extreme exhaustion. All right. Oh, that's fine. Let them do their thing. Okay, so every time we do it, we got wildlife, so I think we can butcher them for food. Yeah. Bistec Tagalog. Okay. Crispy pata. Oh, okay. I don't like I don't like embutido at all. It's not really my type of thing. I do like crispy pata and bistec though. That's always good. I had to learn how to make a lot of Filipino food when I was in university because I can't exactly just have my mom bring me you know, food, so I had to learn how to make it myself like a good son would. So I had to teach myself how to make things like lumpia and arroz caldo and what's the funny noodle? What's the noodle dish I like? Not caldereta, not caldereta. I'm blanking out. I don't know. I'm blanking out on the term. Palabok. That's the one. Oh my gosh, I don't know how we're gonna do the food. Everyone's just dying. Oh, yeah, the heat stroke. Oh my goodness, and the malnutrition. We just don't have food. All right, where is Arani? Arani, I know you want to sleep, but we gotta cook food now. Pork with Santes. Let me look this up. I personally do not, but it is a dish my mom has made multiple times. I don't think she's actually made this specific dish, but she's made very similar dishes. Like we eat things like I don't know, like we eat things like giniling quite a bit. Which, if you don't know, giniling is basically like a, I don't even describe giniling. It's like just ground meat, kind of just stewed in a tomato-ish sauce, and then with some vegetables in it, and then you just kind of throw it on top of rice and call it a day. Oh, right. Brony has that that addiction to luciferium, and I have no way to solve that problem. Too many veggies. Okay, here's the weird thing. I think giniling is really good because of the vegetables, because I think it actually adds a nice balance, especially when you throw it on top of rice. Oh, it's quite nice. Oh my goodness. All right, so Immortal. I don't want to execute Brony, but I don't think I can do it. I think we have to just kill the poor guy. I will put him out of his misery. It pains me to do this because he's like the only other person who can build things. But the Luciferium addiction is just too much for us to handle. This colony is like falling apart. Oh my god. Yeah, everyone's dying. There's a fire and no one's tending to the fire. Oh lord. Everything in this colony is just bad. Okay. This is not commitment mode, but I'm not going to reload the save. We don't do commitment mode only because the game tends to have a lot of weird bugs and issues, and the easiest way to solve a lot of game problems is to, well, just reload the save and call it a day. I'm not even joking. That is usually the solution to most. Sorry, I thought I heard like my dog. That is a solution to most problems that I run into. Surprising as it may sound, it is truly the correct way to do things. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, we got the flu! Or Exonia got the flu. Why is... Wait, hold on. What tile am I in? I'm not in a jungle, right? Okay, so okay, you know what? Maybe we need to start toning down the Twitch Toolkit votes. Maybe instead of once a day, we make it like once every 1.2 days. I think that's kind of the issue that's happening. Maybe that, or is Randy Random just deciding to screw with me? He's dying. Quickly rescue the poor guy. The heat wave, I think, is what's really killing me. Was the heat wave a random event, or was it like a toolkit vote? I actually can't remember. Yeah. Oh my god. I think they're all gonna die of heat stroke. 53 centigrade. Wait, hold on. What's 53 centigrade? C to F. 53 C to F is... It's 127 degrees. I have no way to cool this at all, because we never got around to getting passive coolers yet. Alright, the correct thing to do, I think. Hold on. I know what to do. Hold on. I'm gonna form a caravan real quick. Just grab everything. Just grab all the important things that we need to survive. So basically grab all the food. Okay. We're gonna set up camp about 2 tiles next door. And we'll just come back once the heat wave is over. Except the Ronnie has to stay behind, because apparently I'm not allowed to grab a Ronnie due to the psychotic wandering. Yeah, you can see the heat stroke is dissipating once we left the tile. Just let him survive. We'll come back for Ronnie in a second. Just gotta try to fight through that. Just gotta fight through the heat wave. Okay, the heat wave is over. And now it's monsoon season. It's now just raining. Okay, so we can go back. Alright. So in the morning, they will return back home and all will be well. Holy cow. I am so glad I managed to pull that off like right at the last second, because that could have gone, I think, really poorly. We might still be short on food, but at least we're not going to die that quickly. The injuries are still really bad, and I guess they're not eating any of the meals for some reason. We may need to start executing some of these animals. I think we just have too many animals, too. Okay, what was I talking about before that? Anyways, food, yes. Your trip spoiled you since there's a place for every cuisine. Oh, that's such a true thing, too. Every time we go to Toronto, and we go to Toronto every now and again, there is so many food choices, especially if you are someone who loves Asian food. Good God, you are spoiled for choice in Toronto. There are like 10 different omakase places that I've been wanting to go to, but they also cost like 150 to 200 Canadian dollars a person, and I'm like, wow, this is expensive. I'm like, I'd love to do one of these eventually, but I sure as heck cannot afford to do this right now. But that's just how it is for these types of experiences. Okay, what is 250 Filipino pesos to USD? 250 PHP to USD. That is $4.23. You know what's funny? 2 toasts and an egg would probably run you like $5 to $6 at a diner in the US. So if anything, that is actually really expensive for you. Hello, son. Good evening, comrade. Welcome to the funny game where people die a lot. We've had a lot of people exploding. We're gonna seal this off here. Let's get that freed up. Okay. I think we run out of wood soon, too. Okay, at least things are being built, but yeah, Brony is dead here just due to the lack of Luciferium. Alright, no, we just gotta put him down. I think we just gotta put him down. That sucks. I didn't want to put him down, but there's no way I was gonna get any Luciferium anytime soon. So, this is the end for Comrade Brony. Let's get another grave built. I'm not trying to get you killed. I'm sorry, Garv. I know. It's tragic. Can buy a whole loaf. Oh, okay. All right. I'm just gonna execute the poor guy. We cannot euthanize. Oh, you know what we should do? Oh, hold on. We don't have sewing. Okay, so we can't. Oh, we can make bandage kits. Oh, thank God. All right. All right, just make a bunch of bandage kits of whatever we have access to. I don't really care, but I want a bunch of these now. ADs? What's an AD? Oh, Ancient Dangers? No, this map does not have a single Ancient Danger on it. You know, this is a very sterile map. There is a bunch of places that I could trade, including an Ancient Complex, if I'm willing to go over there. But the need is life-threatening. I'm not sure we'd be able to make it there in time to keep him alive. I guess we could try. If we send like 2 people, might be okay. Let's try it. We'll send Immortal and I think Steve. I need one of these to be like high intelligence though to hack things. I think Immortal's. Oh, I think Immortal's probably good enough. All right, let's do that, and let's bring along 3 simple meals, the berries, the honey, and probably the clownfish is fine. Okay, 2 people might be enough. Let's try it. Oh my goodness, I just realized too, we actually have access to Psychoid, which means we can make tea. We can make, oh wait, not Psychoid. That's a drug lab. Wait, what do I do with Psychoid again? Weed? I think I turned into weed, right? That's smoke leaf. You gotta be kidding me. I need another research for this. Okay, so we have these leaves that I can't do anything with, which is a little unfortunate. A little tragic. Hello, Airman. How are you? Also, I think they forgot to grab our animals, so I guess they're just going without food. Oh, wait, no, these are fine. These are ours. Okay. Well, they'll have to do their best. Hopefully they'll survive, but, anyways, how are you doing, Comrade Joker? Alright, while they're out there doing that, why don't we try to at least pretty up this area? Let's try to get rid of these rocks that are in the way. I think what we'll do is we will start also producing... This is limestone? Let's start doing a lot of limestone blocks as well. Do this forever. Let's actually switch that over. So we have a lot of granite. I want to do limestone now. Mostly just to get it out of the way. And I think what we'll also try to do is we'll try to set up the general... Oh, jeez, we're out of food again. Raise, starving. Alright, well, hopefully they're not going to freeze to death anymore after all that disastrous area. And let's also zone... dumping ground. I just want to dump corpses here. So I want rotting corpses here. Perfect. And that should be good to go. Alright, so these two will take about 0.3 days to reach the complex. Hopefully once they get over there, we can start maybe seeing if there's anything of note, but who knows? Brony's probably just gonna die here, and I have no way to stop him from exploding into a million tiny pieces. He's probably about to attack someone. Oh, jeez, there's a corpse that I didn't pay attention to. On the other hand, the game runs at a cool 500, 380, 400 TPS. Oh, I forgot to mention this, but I was talking about City Skylines earlier. Oh my god, they're finally giving us bike paths. It only took them 2 years to add bike paths to the game. Oh my god, it's so nice. Why did it take this long? Why are there rocks on top of this? Okay, so how do I do this? Okay, so this is the critical spot for... Actually, it's fine. Just leave it as is. We'll leave it. Okay. So, the devs for City Skylines 2, Colossal Order, basically got fired. I like to think basically what happens is they got fired by Paradox, and Paradox is taking the reins of City Skylines 2, because the in-house studio that they're giving it to is a mobile game studio technically, but it's fully owned by Paradox, and they're probably going to retool it to basically be the City Skylines 2 studio. So I have hope. I know a lot of people are like doom posting about it, but I have some hope that it might actually succeed. Oh yeah, no, if you look at, so the new studio is Iceflake Studio, and the only big game on their portfolio is after Surviving the Aftermath. Every other game that they've made is basically just a mobile game. Oh my god, medicine, pick that up. Okay, let's go here. Did you die? Yes, probably. If you don't see yourself at the top, you're probably dead. We can see the grave here. We got Espada, Goldenrod, Garm, Sun. Yeah, you died of malaria. We had a big malaria outbreak and we weren't able to survive it. There's gonna be a lot of people trying to make cities. Oh, hello. We might have found the Luciferium that we need. Good call by Lana to actually go here. Maybe this is the Lucia that we need. Crack that crate open. I don't think I care about the chem fuel. Grab it anyways. Pick up the silver. Alright, one last room and then we're out of here. Okay. Wow, that was easy. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle out. I don't think I care about any of these, right? Okay. Cool. Alright, send everything and let's go back to our base camp over here. Alright. I have no idea how that didn't proc. I thought it was going to explode. By the way, I'm not playing with combat extended, so that can't be a cause of any weird issues we're running into. A trade caravan. Okay. We have a bit of silver, so maybe we can buy a few things. I'll buy the herbal meds. And you know what? Sure, let's come back with some bottles of beer. Just kidding, we're starving. I would like to purchase pemmican. I can't buy all that pemmican, but I can buy... I can buy some amount of pemmican. Alright, good enough. Alright, cool. There's a couple of city builders I know that are coming out, like Metropolis 1998, which I'm really excited for. If you don't know what that one is, that one's more of a... in the vein of SimCity 2000. Let's see if I can find it. And that one I'm actually looking forward to, and I fully plan on streaming that as soon as it comes out, because I am a sucker for this type of genre. If you haven't seen it, let me show you real quick. It's basically this. It's a city builder game that is very much designed as like a homage to that pixel aesthetic. But it has like the modern agent design that a lot of modern city builders love getting into. I did not get Anno 117, mostly because I don't want to spend the money. Oh my god. We gotta save. Infidave. Alright, we gotta stab him again. City State Metropolis is on my list too, yes. City State Metropolis, because, I mean, it looked really pretty and I loved the non-grid based zoning, which was gonna be really nice. But I think City State Metropolis is obviously more designed like around a singular city rather than like a more regional type city thing that City Skylines has, but we'll see how it pans out. I have hopes, and I think it'll be fun. Okay, so let's undraft, and then we need to quickly tend to all these injuries. So first, get Infidave alive. And then I need this one to be administered Luciferium now. Okay, where's the Luciferium? Maybe it's on the animal, pack animal. Probably on the pack animal. Yep, there it is. Okay, so let's make sure this is storing all medicines. And then let's haul these over ASAP. Let's get you tended to. We do have some stuff that keeps us alive at least, including bandages. What? Wait, what Marvel fighting game? Okay, Immortal, you're a doctor. Congratulations, you are now doing all this other stuff. Okay, and then this one needs to drop that herbal med so I can get that used. Then we gotta tend to Ray as well. So, Infidave, your injuries are really rough, but they're not permanent or long-lasting. Brony now has the Luciferium, so we should be okay. And then I want Ray to probably go into bed soon. Okay, your turn to rest. Okay. Alright, that was a little bit of it. Oh, I forgot about the flu. Alright, I don't want Ixonia to explode on us, so let's try to get Ixonia tended as well. You're excited for fighting game while Robbie goes right for it? Okay, wait, so they're making a Marvel fighting game, and then they're making a Wolverine game, is my understanding, right? This is not Gold Ship. No. Those are rabbit ears, not horse ears. We have a couple animals with different... We have a couple pawns with different, like, animal traits, but that's about it. I do need to start applying that xenotype to them, but I couldn't figure out how to apply my custom xenotype to them through this menu, which is a little unfortunate, and I couldn't do it through this pawn editor thing either, which was really dumb. At least I couldn't figure it out. I guess unless we load, I guess we can load it here. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't know why I'm not allowed to, save and apply, which is the part that was, like, throwing me off. See, I can't, like, lock it in, and that's the part that is confusing the heck out of me. Want the fox set? Sure. I think I have it on a quick access menu now. There you go. You're a fox now. Congratulations. Different studio. Okay, got it. I mean, I'll take a look at it, but I'm kind of burnt out on Marvel anything. I used to be pretty into like the MCU stuff just because I thought it was really cool that, oh, a cinematic universe where all these films are tied together into a great big story. And now I'm just like, I don't care. I'm so burnt out on it. It's all the same year after year slop garbage every time. I didn't even touch Marvel Rivals. I think the only Marvel anything that I interact with somewhat normally is what's it called? There's a card game, Marvel Champions. It's a cooperative board game that I actually find really fun, and that's like the only thing that I kind of interact with, and I think it's very enjoyable. Marvel vs. Capcom also really popular. That's true too. Imagine being a Marvel cosplayer. What do you mean by that? Oh gosh, we're out of food again. All right, you, and you. We're going hunting. Yeah, quite frankly, I think Endgame was kind of like peak. After that, it was just kind of downhill. I don't disagree. Okay, kill this one. Oh, they're angry. They're getting revenge. Okay. All right, finish this off. Finish this one off too. All right, undraft you, and then this one's free. Grab all these corpses. I'm gonna have Immortal go hunting just a little bit more on their own. There's an animal over here. I should just go back. Let's just haul this in. We may need to dedicate one pond to fishing. I think if Arani's not fishing, if Arani's not cooking, I want Arani fishing. Yeah, that's it. It's just cooking and fishing. That's all Arani's life is now. There we go. That should at least give us something. And then we need to start sorting through all of our stuff now too. So what we're gonna do is we need to find a way to store let's see. I guess we can just do generic hampers for cloth. Would look the most aesthetic, but maybe I don't want to make it out of... Oh, actually, maybe not. It's a little too expensive. Maybe we just do crates. The classic box is always a solution. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think a lot of people just kind of like stopped paying attention to the MCU after Endgame, and quite frankly, I don't blame anyone. Like, it was... Like, I don't think they knew what to do with the franchise, and also a lot of the franchise just started falling apart because of, well, you know, things like Jonathan Majors essentially having to get kicked out of the franchise when they were building up a lot of the main storylines around him because he was being violent towards his wife. Yeah, that's a pretty good way to get kicked off of the project that is going to basically make you $1 bajillion. Also, we can sell a lot of these clothes too for silver, and I think that's fine. Wait, hold on. This Iron War tribal wear. Oh, this is iron armor. Okay. Ironwood armor. I think we get this to Immortal. Yeah. Get Immortal the super heavy armor. It's not the best, but it'll work fine. The Marvel movie I haven't watched it was the one where Bucky was revealed to be alive. Wasn't that Civil War? Or the Winter Soldier, yeah. Here's my thing. I basically just don't care about the Marvel movies where they go into space and do multiverse shenanigans, I think. I am much more of a fan of stories that are much more like grounded, I guess, in a pseudo like, hey, we're in like Earth and we're just people. Like, that's why I really enjoyed the early ones like Iron Man and Captain America and Spider-Man, because we're not dealing with like the Eternals and things like that, and I think it was just dumb. So that's kind of my opinion on at least these games or these movies. Yeah, I don't like world-ending stakes. I like the more localized stakes, like the city's under attack or the country's under attack. But I don't need the world is going to be destroyed or the universe is about to be shattered. You know that thing. How's the new Iron Man? There's a new Iron Man? You mean like, what was it called? Ironheart? I didn't watch. I don't know anything about Ironheart. I didn't pay attention to it. So we got this travel gathering soon. Let's run this real fast. Yes, Ray, hello. Did you send me stuff? Should I check Discord? Is that why? Oh, okay. How? How'd you get that much more? I heard Ironheart was not a very good movie. Like at all. Or sorry, TV show at all. So I didn't bother watching it. I used to have all the Marvel anything downloaded immediately to my Plex server, and now I don't even bother. I'm like, no thanks. Okay, so at least Arani's able to... Arani is like cooking so much food, by the way, for the colony. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. He's about a mental breakdown because why? Oh, we need lights. Oh, we ran out of wood. Uh-oh. All right, time to chop down every single tree we can get our hands on. We need the wood. Start chopping. It's the only way. I'll harvest some of these trees real quick. Good job, Comrade Immortal. I need this now. Iron Man is for what Ironheart came out. I don't know what. Oh, I'm gonna take a look at those edits, but I have no idea what any of those look like. Look for the Avengers. Okay, like I said, my favorite Iron Man movie is probably still like my favorite MCU movie is probably still just Iron Man 1 and 2. 3 is a little out there, but I actually enjoyed 2. People say it sucks, but I'm like, you know what? I liked watching the progression of the Iron Man armor suits and everything. I think... Okay, here's my thing. I think one of the worst choices that they ever did for Iron Man was when they decided, especially in the MCU, to make all of his suits of armor be... What do they call it? Nanotech? It's all nanotech, where they just use wacky, fancy CGI to show, like, the armor just morphing around him. Like, I'm like, I don't like this. This is bland, and this is boring, and I hate it. No good. Nanomachines is such a lazy cop-out way of doing things, and it's such a shame that that's the route that they went with. But that's the time we live in, I guess. So let me check 1 second real quick. Hey, don't forget to watch this stream on YouTube too to help me get some of that sick YouTube numbers that I need to keep growing on that platform. Because I think the YouTube algorithm has decided that they no longer want to support me anymore, which is starting to not be good. I do like the fact that I do like that the suit of armor did grow over time, right? Like, there's even like people who made compilations showing like, here's version 1 of the suit, what he learned and how he built version 2 and 3 and all that stuff. I just did not like the transition to nano machines. I was like, that is like lazy storytelling. Lazy, like they didn't want to have to build a physical suit of armor that did like all the cool I love the mechanical bits. That's what I enjoyed. But we don't have that anymore. They support you, they can't support the AI slop. God, I hate that everything is AI slop. Get it out of my timeline. It's a shame. This is where we live now, in the AI slop verse. We're gonna need more wood. Slop society. Oh, that's definitely a way to describe it. Okay, we're gonna put textiles in here. Actually, we're gonna have all these copy link settings together, and then we're only gonna put textiles, and that should be fine. No, oh, the Takane and Yakumo, I saw it. Yeah, I was very surprised that they're just suddenly popping out of the blue and showing up into the game now. Quicksilver and X-Men days are gonna be which one of the Marvel movies. I don't know who Quicksilver is. I have to remember, I barely know anything about the MCU, quite frankly. I didn't read the comics. I don't read comics. I read manga, which is just weeb comics, or comics for weebs, but I typically don't read like Western comics because am not terribly fond of the whole concept of a multiverse is my hot take. That is my boomer take on some of these ideas. Have I watched Redline? Yeah, I did. I've watched it. I don't know how to get any research going anymore. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Alright, Infidave, congratulations. You're no longer allowed to do plant work. We are sending you to the thinking tables. I hope that your thinking skills are up to par, because you are gonna need all that thinking skills. Okay, so at least that'll get you some research there. Oh no, you're alive. Infidave, you're alive. Oh, Garm, do you want to come back to life? I shouldn't. It's cheating. No, I shouldn't. Wait. Am I missing a did I make one too many graves? Or did I accidentally eat someone? Did we accidentally eat someone? No one's saying anything. No one's got thoughts about eating. Okay, that's just gonna keep that in mind. We may have consumed a person, but I'm not 100% sure, and I cannot prove or disprove otherwise. I'll take both Marvel and lean too much to multiverse because they like writing skill to write a coherent universe. I mean, that's that too. But I think the main issue is that a lot of, like, they want to have multiple stories told with the same characters, and that's really the main issue. Because why make new concepts and characters when you can just reuse the same concepts and characters every single time, but just put them in a different scenario and call it a multiverse? Whoa! And then you have shenanigans like the sacred timeline that can never be deviated from, and all that stuff. At least if I read a manga, I can generally get the expectation that there will be an ending and it's not going to have a weird, wild, and wacky alternate universe shenanigans going on. That's at least is guaranteed for the most part. And that's why a lot of people get grabbed. You know, it's actually funny to read. I was reading about this earlier, but I didn't realize that, like in the 2000s, when manga and Japanese media was starting to really pop off in the West, that there was actually multiple contests to from companies like, I think Shonen Jump were trying to essentially do, like, you know, Western manga artists and hold a contest to see who's going to be who's going to be the first ones and try to capture that talent early. But then apparently the market for Western, or I believe in the light novel space, they were called like OEL, original English language media, in the form of Japanese media, Japanese style media like manga or light novels, just were not popular at all. Basically, people were like, they didn't want to read anything that was not made by a Japanese person if it was presented in the form of manga or a light novel. And so the market for those things essentially completely crashed, and they basically never held that contest ever again, and the end. Which I thought was kind of interesting reading about that. I'm like, I didn't realize it was like like they even tried to do that, because I actually for a long time wondered, why do we have like no original English language, you know, things like manga and stuff like that. You would think it would have been popular, but people didn't want it. People were just drawn to the Japanese media instead, and having an English version of that media was just not at all something people wanted. Also, Rhea keeps sending me screenshots of her city in Retopia, and there's a lot of water is all I'm gonna say. There's a lot of water in there. One second, my ear's like really itchy and I'm trying to like scratch it. You would be surprised at how often people don't want to do anything unless it's like fits their certain like view of like what the media should be. Lord of the Mysteries. What is this? Chinese web novel series by Cuttlefish that loves diving. Steampunk, Lovecraftian horror fantasy, and Victorian era world follows this Zhou Mingri awakens the body of Klein Moretti. Oh, interesting. So it's an isekai. Interesting. I remember... I can't remember this, but I remember there was like a running joke about how like Avatar The Last Airbender, some people like, where's the Japanese... Why is it English stuff? Where's the original Japanese language version of Avatar The Last Airbender from people who didn't realize that it was like an actual English cartoon and not an anime, but it was obviously heavily inspired by anime. I'm out of wood. I cannot light any of these fires. I can't believe you're getting isekai'd into Europe. That seems like a disaster waiting to happen. Can you imagine being isekai'd into Britain? Oh, truly a fate I would not wish even upon my worst of enemies. To be sent to Britain is to be sent to die. Also, see if we can get these trees out of here because I need the wood now. There we go. At least we're getting some wood. Alright. I don't think Immortal's gonna sleep. Immortal's gotta work on chopping these down. We don't have enough workers to do things that I need done. Atlas anime that was produced by a Western studio. I mean, to be fair, it was animated, designed, and all that stuff by a Western studio, which, you know, makes sense. Fair enough. Okay, these people have things to trade. I will offer them Brony to chat with. I will offer them some garbage weapons I don't want to hold on to anymore. And buy the herbal medicine. I think that's fine. Oh my goodness, I loved Code Lyoko. That is my real take. I thought Code Lyoko was a fantastic series that unfortunately ended in a way that I don't think anyone ever wanted it to go, because they decided the final season was going to be a weird blend of live action and the 3D rendering instead of just being a cartoon. Also, yeah, they had really big foreheads and it was really funny. I understand JP fans who argue that PSG isn't an anime because what's PSG? I know Code Lyoko is a French cartoon. I'm aware of that. I know there's an anime of Godzilla. Yeah, there's a lot of like weird animes nowadays. When you see a French city, oh, pantyhose inside garter belt. Oh, that's right, because that one has a very Western cartoon aesthetic. I do remember like there was a lot of discourse about that too when it came out, because that was way back when I was even in high school. I think it would have been like what 2011, 2012. I think is when Panty Stocking Garter Belt came out. Let me double check this. Yeah, 2012. So I think that would have been like my final year of when did I graduate high school? Okay, so no, I would have been in high school, yeah. Of that witch isekai in the medieval era. Makes you go when you see finished named cities and places in mangas. Oh, trust me. I do. You know what? I'm guilty of pilfering languages for names in things that in my own world building. And I think it's very common just because most people aren't gonna double check the names of these things, right? Like they'll just be like, if it sounds good enough, it's probably fine. And like I said, I'm definitely guilty of doing that too. Oh my gosh, we need to find a way to like, we need more wood. I can't get these stupid things to light. You double check those names? I mean, I think it's fine if you do, but for me, I do double check I generally double check the meaning of the names, but I try to make sure it at least sounds feasible. I think the worst thing you could do is you use one of those name generators that don't really take into account etymology and just kind of slap syllables together until it sounds correct, right? So it's like those people who like, oh, let's make I need a Japanese city name, and they're just gonna slap like Haniwanawa Ku and call that a city versus looking up just, you know, words and trying to figure out like what it should actually be named, because names have a lot of meaning, right? So that's why I said, like, when I pilfer languages for names, I try to at least make sure the name has a meaning and it makes sense, right? That's just how it is. There's about 100 planets in Battletech that are named after town in Michigan. Wait, are they? Is Battletech take place in? Wait, why Michigan? Is there a planet in Battletech named Ypsilanti? Because that would be really funny. It's like Chinese manhwas where the names are random as hell. Can you provide an example? I know manhwa usually have like, well, like a lot of like. Okay, so here's the thing. Speaking of comics, okay, here's my thing. I don't read Korean manhwa. I know there's a lot of good stories in there, but I think for me, tracking Korean names is a lot harder than I think tracking a Japanese name or a Chinese name, and that's only because I'm not familiar enough with the Korean language. So because of that, I just generally avoid reading Korean manhwa quite a bit, and someone's probably going to want to stab me for saying that, but it's true. I'll admit my own failings. Oh, I know if I read it, I'll get better at it. I'm just pointing out, like, this is the reason why I don't read it. Also, I should probably add some of this. We have a lot of poop that I need to figure out what to do. I know we can do with the poop. We can turn it into fertilizer. We can't yet, but we will eventually. Okay. I mean, like, everyone's got their own preference on, like, for reading. Just be aware that the words you say may or may not anger people, and you should always be careful of the terms that you use. Can I not add this lamp? Okay, we need to add more lights. Alright, every room gets a torch. It's like, this is fine, that's fine. Okay. Listen, I will say though, it is always better to read it in the original language of like the names that, like, don't use localized names. I think, okay, that's like the one thing I hate. I hate localizing of names. Also, hi Normar, how are you sliding in? Like, Pokemon is so notorious for this, and I get it. Pokemon is trying to be, you know, has to appeal to a global audience, so they will localize names and stuff. And it makes a lot of sense because a lot of things is jokes, like Pokemon names are puns and jokes. But then they start doing like character names and things like that, and that's kind of like where I'm like, all right, maybe we shouldn't localize character names. But since they did it from the beginning, they're gonna keep doing it forever because, you know, you're not gonna call Ash Ketchum Satoshi whatever his name is in Japanese because that's what people grew up learning his name is, right? And that's just fine. Also, hello Hyo, how are you? Oh, he actually doesn't have a last name in Japanese. His name is just Satoshi. That's funny. There's like some other games too that I kind of had this issue with where I just generally prefer if they leave the names kind of as is, but I can also understand why they need to localize it at times. But then I think the worst ones, I think the real worst ones of like this type of thing is, let's say you were playing a Japanese RPG, right? And then they add in a character name, right? And they will in the localization, and it's a character, it's a Western character name, but then in the localization for the West, they decide to change the name to something completely different. Fire Emblem does this. Fire Emblem Fates did this, and it threw me off a lot because I was playing with a Japanese dub patch. So I was playing Fire Emblem Fates Conquest, and there's a character in there. In the West, we call him Xander, right? Xandr. He's the big old blonde boy. But his actual name in the the Japanese version is Marks. And I didn't know why. I have no idea why they changed it. And things like that just like throw me off all the time. I think Azura also did the same thing. Her name is I think her name is like Aqua in the JP version, right? And then for the Japanese characters, they shortened their names. So a character like Kaze in the Japanese version, his name is Suzukaze. Things like that. Like I don't know why they had to do this. Oh, the same thing too. Like there's a character Jacob the Butler from Fire Emblem Fates. They renamed him. His actual name is Joker. Why? Why are we just changing? Like the names were perfectly fine in the first version. Why did we have to? You know what I mean? I don't know. It just bugged me a lot. That's literally what they did. I'm not joking here. I will pull up the receipts. Towns are Muskegon, Detroit, Monroe, Adrian, Dewitt, Charlotte, Tawas. Did I pronounce Muskegon correctly? Ray always says I say Canadian names weird. And she makes fun of me for it. She's so mean about it. It's like, you said it wrong. You said it weird. All right, here's proof about the Fire Emblem name thing. Wrong tab. All right. This man's name is Xander. But his JP name is Marks. Why? Why did we change it? Oh no, I'm complaining about I'm complaining about like name localization. I'm sure there's like a reason for this, but I just don't understand the actual reason. Let's pull up these because I know these are prime examples. Jacob is this character's name. Butler Boy joins you early in the game if you're playing a female character. Original name, Joker. Azura, original name, Aqua. Kaze, original name, Suzukaze. Like, why do we shrink it? Because, like, I guess they want to make it easier for Western audience to pronounce it. I don't know if Silas has a name difference too. No, he's fine. Mozu, I think her full name is Mozume, so they dropped the last syllable. I think Shura's name is also different. I think he's called like Zero. Oh no, his name is Ashura instead of Shura. There's like a few other characters that like this happened to a lot, and it just throws me off. And I'm like, I don't know why a lot of these choice changes were necessary. Like it was also for the main characters too. So yeah, that's why your name was brought up, Joker, because it was a character whose name was Joker. I mean, I think it's gotten a little better over the years, but again, like some of these things I think Hayato's name is also a little different. Yeah, so this guy's name is Hayato, but in his original name is Tsukiyomi. I think most of these are generally the same. There's just a couple of them that they had changed. So anyways, that's my completely random localization complaint about Fire Emblem. I love the Fire Emblem franchise, but some of the choices that are made in that franchise are so weird. I'm glad we're getting another Fire Emblem game, but we'll see how it goes. Muskegon. Muskegon is, oh, but it looks like it's pronounced Muskegon. I guess it depends if you just know like Midwestern pronunciations of names. That's really like what would determine how you would pronounce it. No. Fire Emblem fans love complaining about Fire Emblem. That is a tried and true reality for the past God knows how long. Because you have Fire Emblem fans who desire a return to the old ways of Kaga, and then you have Fire Emblem fans who desire the new modernist waifu emblem mechanics. We are spoiled for choice in the realm of Fire Emblem, but that choice comes with a cost. No, I think Fire Emblem is just one of those things that I just really enjoy, but because I enjoy it so much, I'm willing to complain about what I don't like about it. That's how I feel. I love Fire Emblem, therefore I must continue to complain about Fire Emblem. That is the correct way to interpret my statements. Put a lantern here, and I gotta put a lantern in each of these rooms so that at least there's some temperature management. We need more wood too, because Ray's room is like frozen solid, and we gotta get more trees. Permadeath or not permadeath? I think In modern Fire Emblem games, it doesn't make sense to play with permadeath. Quite frankly. I think in modern Fire Emblem titles, you should probably just play on casual mode because there's so much content that is locked behind having certain characters alive in your story that, especially since these games are way longer than they used to be and there's so much story involved, to get the full experience, you need to keep everyone alive. And so modern Fire Emblem, I think you play on casual mode. Or they should probably rename it and call it something else. In fact, I think they should just rename casual mode as normal and rename permadeath as hardcore mode. However, older Fire Emblem titles, I think those are designed to be played hardcore, as in permadeath mode. And so that's at least my interpretation of how one should approach those games. Because in those games, a character dying does not necessarily lock you out of additional bonus content unless it really depends on the character. And a lot of story is kind of predicated on certain things. Some characters dying is kind of to be expected, right? Because it's generally more war-based, you know, hard-hitting storylines, that type of thing. Also, we're just going to stab this one named B. Why don't you be on the floor as we stab you a couple times, and maybe we can hopefully recruit you, because holy cow, you have really high crafting and intelligence. I'd like to not kill her. Can we just punch her to death? Oh my gosh, she might actually punch Steve to death. People who play Maddening are basically people who know the game, like know how to abuse game mechanics. Like people who play, like if you ever watch a video of someone who plays Fire Emblem Awakening Lunatic Plus, it's because they know how to abuse mechanics. That's generally what it is. Because those modes require extensive game knowledge to even have a chance at succeeding. And oftentimes there's a large quantity of like RNG abuse and just general mechanic abuse. I don't know how else to describe it, but that's essentially what you're looking for in those types of games. The more you know. Alright, at least we're getting some melee skill here. We're actually getting a lot of melee skill training. We hopefully can get people to use the wooden archery targets soon. I definitely did not design this in a way that was conductive for training. Ah, gotcha. I know it was brought up before, but I would like to do that Fire Emblem PME, but the problem with the PMEs is that they do require a decent amount of people to actually commit to making a character, and I know they've gotten a little more complicated over time, and I don't want it to be another scenario where like someone has 3 characters in a run, right? But I also don't want to force people to submit characters if they don't want to play or participate. And that's kind of like where the issue with the PMEs started happening, because you really do need a decent amount of submissions to make it an enjoyable experience. Now, that said, I wouldn't mind trying it again, or we just do a much more simplified version without skills. Maybe we just play Fire Emblem, that Fire Emblem 7 patch that I had found the other day, and we're like, all right, we're going to do this one. It's a very simple character. Just give me a portrait, and then just give me your stats, and you don't need anything else. No need to pick skills, no need to pick any of that, just bare bones, go. I think that would be probably a little bit easier way of doing things rather than the very complicated like modern Fire Emblem with skills and personal skills and strength mag split and things like that. Although I do think strength mag split is a very important mechanic in Fire Emblem. I don't think having it as one unified combat stat is good. Having it split into strength and magic makes a lot more sense, so you can have switch hitter classes. And no, exactly. No, I understand, Garm. Like, that makes sense. Fire Emblem is a complicated game, like, let's be real. Especially modern Fire Emblem is just, oh, there's so much going on in that game. You know, I just realized I don't have a good way to, Oh, wait. Oh, we can put a heart. Oh, okay, we're gonna get rid of this campfire. Because we actually have the resources to build a hearth. Please tell me I'm pronouncing that word correctly. Okay. Okay, so we need to get rid of this too. Okay, thank God, because I thought someone was going to tell me that I was saying it wrong, which... I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I said it incorrectly, but... Alright, let's just chop down these trees. I need more wood. Commit crimes against the local wildlife population. Okay. I've been mispronouncing my whole life too. Okay. Listen. As Lana says, I mispronounce so many words on this channel that there's a very real possibility that I was mispronouncing it. Okay. It has happened far too often for someone whose first language is English. I don't know how this keeps happening, but it is a curse. Okay, sorry, I had to respond to something real fast, but yeah. Also, let me drink my water. I'm thirsty. So, anyways, as I'm saying, I love Fire Emblem, but there is a reason I complain about Fire Emblem, and Fire Emblem fans will complain about Fire Emblem until the day the world ends, because there will always be someone who is never happy with what choice they make in the Fire Emblem, and that is just how it works. Oh, we're being raided. Okay, we'll just let them approach and we'll kill them as they approach us. Are you actually making it? Yes, kind of, slowly. We're having you research something a little more difficult than normal. So that's why it's going a little slow, because we're trying to teach us how to do some weapon smithing, which will get us access to a lot of weapons and armor. Essentially, we'll be entering the Iron Age. It's a Marvel cosplay? Wait, you've done a Marvel cosplay? Oh, I thought that was just like a random comment. I didn't realize you actually were talking about a actual cosplay that you did. Okay, where is Ray? Ray is on the verge of a mental breakdown because why? Psychic drone, ugly environment. Okay, she doesn't like her room. Alright, they're probably gonna go up here towards the door, so I guess we'll just open this up. Alright, quickly stab this one. There we go. Get stabbing, everyone. Funnel them through the door of death. The door of destiny, one could say. Ho ho ho. Alright, finish him off. We're not gonna... Well, I probably should have thought about that. Okay. You know what? We have spare prison rooms, so I guess this one is a prison room now. Oh, never mind, he's unwaveringly loyal. Kill him. What a shame. Alright. Also, I don't want him buried in here. This one should only be for colonists, so do not allow stranger corpses. Only colonist corpses. Oh, we are butchering them for food. Okay, that explains a lot. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, if you want to send it, that's fine too. I'll take a look. Okay. Oh yeah, no, we eat humans here. Listen, we're cavemen. We're not... We're cannibals. Yeah. I think once we get out of the Stone Age, I will stop eating human corpses, because I think we become a little more civilized, essentially. And that'll be a good way to show that we're growing as a society. Not relying on consuming humans, our fellow man. God, how many people do I have on plants? I don't have that many. Oh, it's literally just... Okay, so let's have Geoposter on 3... And then Sonia on 2. Otherwise, like, Sonia's deep in the mines. If there's anything to cut down, but we already dug this out. Yeah, we honestly should be growing like along the riverbank because it's highly fertile. We may not have enough food to survive the winter, but we did get a lot of potatoes, so there might be a chance that we might have enough. Something to prepare for, remember for next season, I guess. At least the hay grass grew really quick. Wow, all of those suck. You know what? It's all your choice. You can decide. I am going to just order a couple things we built, and then I need to go use the restroom in a second anyways. Let's do... I need to move these rocks out of the way. So just make a giant dumping ground here. And then zone, clear all. I want chunks. Here, perfect. Okay. Okay, So that should be enough to get us going. Oh right, we got it. I wanted to build a hearth in here. So let's build a nice granite hearth. Ooh, right in the center? Yeah, as soon as you walk in, you just are greeted by the warmth of this beautiful granite hearth. Hearth? Yeah, I think that'll be perfect. Let's do exactly that. Also, let's run the tribal ritual. Alright, I'll be right back while this vote happens, and you can just kind of gaze here at the beauty of it all. Okay, I apologize for having to take another break. Let's see what this thing you posted is. Art channel, right? Okay. Wait, is this supposed to... Oh, is this like a shield agent? That's pretty cool. I would recommend deleting that if you don't want your face, you know, obviously showing, but that's a pretty sick, thing. I do enjoy it when people go dress up for the movies. I think that's such a cute thing that people do, and it's fun. It's fun to see. I think there was like a... What was that movie that... There was like an anime movie that came out recently. I remember seeing a lot of photos of people... I'm blanking out on the word. People who dressed up for... Oh, it was the Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Demon Slayer film that people were dressed up as like the characters and going crazy about it. Because there are some people who are only anime watchers and they didn't read the manga, and my understanding is that one of the scenes, some of them dressed up as a certain character who may or may not have gotten the got in that film, and that was kind of interesting to see and learn about. Oh, interesting. So this... Okay, it's interesting. So this thing actually... We need more wood. How did I run out of wood? I'm surprised we've run out of wood of all things. Okay, we might need to unlock tree sawing next. Our overworked worker Immortal has to keep hunting down more and more trees to murder. That's the problem too. Okay, let's just chop down all the trees now. But good job, Garm. I think you did a pretty good job of shield tactical agent, mostly because I don't know what a shield tactical agent is supposed to look like. Okay, now we can light the hearth. The hearth can finally be bright as it should be. Now all of us... Oh, look at that. Oh, that is that is cool. Whoa, that is really warm. Okay. Interesting. Okay, since we have a little bit of time, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to at least make people's houses a little bit better. I think instead of wood floors, we might go for something a little different. Let's see. We might try to do tile. Well, maybe tile for later. Also, because this does take a little bit of work to build. We don't have that many builders. That's kind of the issue. Collect Greg and Chloe Bennett. Oh, oh, nice. So you actually got to have a chat with Greg and Chloe Bennett. Okay, because Agents of Shield, right? Let me double check real quick. Yes, okay, yeah, it was Agents of Shield. Okay. Also, what just happened? Missed a notification. Oh, we've actually built out... Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, when did I get cows? Oh, the problem is that winter's coming soon. I don't really want to take care of these cows. I think I'd rather just kill the cows and be done with it. Okay, here's what I'm going to do, because I do need to do something with our excess items. I don't think we have enough limestone for this. So we have enough granite tile, so we're just going to tile up this whole room. It's easy enough. It's cheap enough. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that they were in there, but that's interesting. I'm glad you had fun, you know, meeting them and being able to at least show off your cosplay. If on the back, listen, we're probably gonna end up eating them. Yes. Well, speaking of food, I went to this. So, I had a friend from out of town. I had a nice lunch with him. Take a guess what that lunch was. It was absolutely delicious. But there is a growing trend of restaurants in America, Korean barbecue restaurants. But they're not just Korean barbecue. Oh no. They decided what the real consumers want is hot pot and Korean barbecue at the same exact time. I think it's a little excessive, but apparently this is what people want nowadays. So me and my friend went, and holy cow, that was some delicious Korean barbecue. Also, the hot pot was kind of fine, but yeah, I think if you're doing too many things, you can't be good at both. And I felt like that was the same issue with like these Korean barbecue / hot pot restaurants. Having both at the same time is a lot, and it's just, you'd be surprised at how much meat you can consume in a single sitting, because I did not eat any rice or noodles, and it was just veggies and meat, and it was really good. But good god. You're hungry now? No problem. Hopefully you find something good to eat. You'll feel better once you eat food. We can't keep all these animals too. We gotta probably start getting rid of one of them. It is very delightful. It was delicious. All of our clownfish, all of our fish is also like starting to rot. For whatever reason, the only fish we can find here is halibut and clownfish. And we might have actually overfished the area. So maybe we shouldn't fish as much right now until the fish has kind of calmed down. Now there is salmon in the northern front here, but I don't think I want to walk over there. Is there any way we can make your research even faster, or is it just going to be slow? Why are you moving at 60%? Oh, because the room's not clean. Okay. What if we give you wood floor? What if we give you a wooden floor like this? Oh, just kidding. We don't have enough wood anyways. The thing with lab coats is we don't have access to lab coats. We're still a little bit in our tribal era, and there's not really much in the way of, well, giving a lab coat when we don't even know what a lab coat is. So that's kind of the issue we're running into right now. Eventually, it'll resolve itself, but once we get the smithing and we get more metal tools, I think it'll be a little bit better. But we do need to get ready for the winter, and the main issue is that each of these rooms are going to need their own little fire pit to essentially stay warm. And I think that's going to be the hardest part, especially with winter coming very, very quickly, and I don't think we have enough food stored to survive it. In fact, what I should do, because if we were smart, what we would do is we should have grown crops. There we go. Oh, beautiful. That entire beautiful grow zone. We will grow... I think I want one on rice, because we're going to need rice soon. And the other one I want on... Ooh. Let's see, which one of these would be really good to eat? Rice, corn? Probably potatoes are probably fine. Actually, yeah, I probably should use hay floors. We do have a lot of hay. Somewhere. Yeah, we're growing hay, right. That's true. Just basic straw matting is probably correct. The other thing too is we don't have a pond dedicated to cleaning. So I need to pick whichever pond has the least important work to do and make them only clean. So congratulations to Reijiri, and Steve should be cooking. And fishing. Okay, so none of these ponds can be dedicated to cleaning, I think is the main issue. Maybe Ixonia can be dedicated to cleaning, but I think I want to avoid that if I can. Mostly because I need Ixonia for other projects, especially involving the ones about ripping and tearing through rocks. Oh, you know what? Keeping the cows is not a bad idea. They make milk. And realistically, we would probably be ranching animals as cavemen, right? Domesticated animals is always an important aspect of any burgeoning society, wouldn't you agree? Hello there, interest. How was your remote colony, comrade? And thank you, Firelin, for the follow. Let me also do the shout out real quick, because I think all of my mods are asleep. Okay, I think someone beat me to it. I think Ray beat me to it. Riston beat me to it. Hi, Riston. I'm so surprised Riston's here. I'm sorry, because I know you're normally asleep at this hour. It's good to see you around for longer hours, Riston. Let's see, what is... Oh, you're doing Medieval Odyssey. How is the medieval run, actually? I'm kind of curious. Let me take a quick peek at your VOD real fast. Also, doing forever welcome to our little caveman adventure. We kind of got out of the caveman era, and now we're in the bare bones Neolithic era. We learned how to make wood huts, and we're trying to learn how to make metal tools, but that's still a long ways off. Let's see. Oh, okay, that looks... You have a really crazy underground base. Oh, wait, no, this is a... Is this a ship? Oh my god, it's a castle crab ship. It's a medieval crab ship. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's amazing. I love it. It's so silly. You even have like a little dining hall and everything. It's so good. Oh, that's so good. I love it. It's so silly. You even have like the little I don't know what you call the gates that come down, portcullises or something? Something like that. Also, thank you, Dude, forever for the follow. Also, hello, other raiders from interest. If you don't know who I am, just call me Oak. I play funny strategy games, including Rimworld. I actually stream a lot of Rimworld. And other things, too. Like Hearts of Iron 4 and whatever other game is my muse of the week. A lot of colony sims and city builders here because those are the games that I grew up playing a ton of. Tycoon games too. Thanks also Kyle Barthouse for the follow. So yeah, I'm very intrigued by your colony because it's I don't know, yeah, you're like invading some like underground castle thing at 129.35. I guess it was like a quest castle thing. I think if it's medieval overhaul, I know exactly what's happening. And it looks like medieval overhaul, so I know what's happening. I'm not a cat girl. I don't know why I keep everyone saying this. What do you mean? There is no cat girl here. I am very much a normal human being. There is only one cat girl art that I've ever commissioned, and it was for the Daki. That's right, the cool Daki that you can totally buy for your friend or for yourself for Christmas. You too can buy an Institute approved Daki Makura featuring me, the professor. Kashi Yamiyaka say, what do you mean? Okay, but I didn't commission that, you drew that. Hold on. Let me find. Yeah, you too can purchase your own. Oh, wrong link. Oh my god, it's not even on the right browser. You too can purchase a. Oh my lord, is this gonna work? An Institute approved Dakimakura for the low cost of $75 US plus shipping and handling. It even comes with two sides. You can even get like the bloodied version or the bloodless version depending on your mood. Highly recommend picking one of these up at some point for yourself or for your significant other if for some reason they like Dakis. And yes, I gotta get Ray a Daki at one of these at some point. I still haven't gotten her one. That's right, I will show my Daki. This is the first Institute approved super cool merch. I have a friend who he buys Dakis of characters he likes, and apparently his mom I give Ray other things instead, like Pandora charms, which by the way, those things are expensive. I remember the first time I walked into a Pandora store and I was like, how is this little piece of jewelry like $90? But they were really pretty. And I was like, okay, well, it's for the brand. Yeah, I know it's for the brand. To be fair, one of them was like really pretty and that I got for Ray, and I was like really pleased with it, but I also understand like, yeah, that's how these jewelry bits work. So I don't regret buying any of those ones. That's just how it is. What is happening? Oh my goodness, my plants are dying. Oh my goodness, there's a cold snap. How do we survive? Okay, hold on, let's do a few things first of all. Let's get the food off the floor because I think we are better than this now. Let's see. Food basket. A meal tray rack. Okay, the main issue right now is that the cold snap means our food is going to be a little harder to maintain now. Well, it's negative 16 centigrade outside. It's September. So it's quite cold. Unfortunately, a lot of the rooms aren't actually up to snuff either for temperature management. So we may need to have some kind of centralized heating system for these to operate. But unfortunately, we don't have centralized heating yet. That's not a technology that we've unlocked, and not a technology we're going to get for quite a while. We may need to build a few fire pits, one for each room. Okay, also, it's now snowing, which is also fun, I guess. Let's do a tribal gathering. Alright, it's midnight. Everyone's... Oh, we don't have warm clothes. He does have a heavy tribal fur weather. It's good for -17, but we may need an outerwear to help alleviate some of the... none of these are outerwear, which is the other problem too. So when it's winter, we're just gonna have to definitely try to hole up and try to not to freeze to death. It's gonna be our primary goal. Alright. Also kill the Dryosauruses real fast too, once they get over here. Yeah, the instructions... Oh, wait. What do we get? We got 4 points per person. Okay, and then we'll quickly do a leadership speech to at least try to get people happier. And maybe this will give us a little bit more, just keep everyone from having a complete mental breakdown while the colony is still trying to survive. I don't use this, you know what I keep forgetting I have on this model? This is my thing, but you ever notice how VTubers just like never use all their cool expressions and stuff? Because a lot of times it's hard to like remember that they exist. Like, I have a... Where is it? No. Oh, yeah, I have a knife. Look at this. Did you know I can put blood on this? Look at that. Isn't it great? It's so... Look at all this beautiful tomato sauce. Where's the... Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I need to like hotkey these on my stream deck again. I used to have them, but then I got lazy. Yeah, it's rich in iron. Tomato sauce is very yummy if you use it correctly. Also, we got another wild person, so we're gonna assign them now. Who's in the queue? Oh, we actually have multiple in the queue. All right, this one goes to Unholy. Congratulations, you are now here. Your name, you are a mad scientist who grew up to be a war chief, a psychopath, a blade whisperer, a fisherman, a body modder, and quite rowdy. So when you touch a sword, that sword will speak to you, and it will give you strange powers. In fact, I'm going to give you one right now. We're going to give you this Ikwa. We'll see how it pans out for you. Hopefully you survive. Let's take off the knife now. If I can remember which buttons do this. Oh shoot, I don't know which buttons do this. I guess this one? No, this? No? There we go. Perfect. Alright. Let's get Unholy this weapon. What will it give you? Okay, so this weapon is now giving you the ancient power of Unkempt, which means Unholy doesn't know how to clean, which is a problem because I need you to be basically cleaning because you are incapable of doing almost anything else. Just kidding, Unholy refuses to clean anything. However, you are a pretty good researcher, so I'm going to have you research and then train if you're not researching. Perfect. Okay, so now the problem is that researching is now 50% slower because it's too cold. Okay. We're probably going to need another We're going to probably put a temperature management... Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot. We could just add a vent here because we already have a campfire. But we do need to start chopping down more trees again because everything in this colony is powered off of wood. Yeah. Just like a real caveman, we have to go chop trees down. Yeah, so just so you know, we get to... Whenever we get a new pawn, I just kind of check who's in the queue and I just roll up someone in there. That's generally how I do it. It's just way easier than doing it any other way. Oh, I just realized War Tribeware actually doesn't eat up the main slot. That's actually kind of interesting. Okay, so with this knowledge, we should probably make more heavy... let's make a few more of these. That way at least we're prepared, and then we can make the standard ones as well. You can make hay weave. You can make... Wait, what is this? Hold on. You can make clothes out of smoke leaf. We could have weed pants. I'm trying to think, what is the purpose? Like, why would I do this rather than just smoke the smoke leaf instead? It's quite strong, but I'd be burning through 50 smoke leaf to make a batch of hard weave. Oh, I guess that's true. It is just hemp. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I don't use hemp for anything, realistically. Industrial hemp, I guess, yeah, so you could use it for textiles, which makes sense. But at the same time, you could smoke your clothes if you really need a hit mid-combat. You know what? It serves two purposes. Get that hit mid-combat when you need it, and then also, holy cow, we need to store the food better. This is gonna store meals. Do this. It's critical. Go. Let's get these meals out of here. I don't want them in here anymore. I hope we have enough food to survive. Probably not, but we can probably try our best to get more over time. But the lack of... Okay. We have about 100 medicine kits. I think we'll be fine. That'll be fine. This room is mostly okay. Why are all the cute maid Nendos from either gacha or adult VNs? Because you know exactly why. Because maid skins sell in games and adult VNs sell lots of money because of, well, you know, the content that they are made of. We all know why. We all know the real reason why those things are popular. Okay, so I need to just add a couple one of these here to try to balance the temperature out, and hopefully this will keep it warm. Yeah, you have to pick and choose your poison. I wonder if I can add another hearth in. Oh, I'm researching too fast, so now the game decided to send an attack against me. We're also gonna research how to make. What do we need next? What is important for us? I would like to learn how to grow recurve bow. Okay, so we have 8 humans, angry humans coming our way, and they must be stopped before they can stop us. Are they attacking right away? Yes, okay. So we're gonna do the usual, we're just gonna grab a bunch of people with weapons. I need to get more bows. I think, oh, that's right, all of our bow users died, that's right, I remember now. Alright, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Just grab this batch over here. Alright, let's do the usual strategy of hold the line while they funnel in one at a time like a bunch of lemmings. Because they're not very smart. Also, Immortal's got a god tier weapon, which makes this really easy. Wow, that was quick. Okay, what are you missing? Alright, you have no ears. Is it worth saving you? Probably not. I don't have more. I don't want to feed more mouths. Also see some us because you can make that people out of hemp. If it's not just like oils, we'll probably use the wood. I mean, that's fair too. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't really pay too much attention to like hemp or anything, or even weed for that matter. I hate the smell of weed, quite frankly. I have some friends. I'm not gonna rag on my friends, but let's just say there have been times where we're hanging out and the first thing that they do is they're pulling out their vape and they just immediately vape while we're trying to play Scythe, the board game, which I might add is a somewhat complicated engine builder. And I'm like, brother, you don't need your weed. Please stop. I hate it when people default to using weed all the time to kind of get through their day to day. Why can't it just be with the domestic servant power dynamic? Why does it have to be lewd? Because I think that dynamic automatically invites some kind of lewd mindset, probably. I don't know. What else do we need to grow? Wait, why are we getting attacked again? Wow, these guys are oh my gosh. Well, I guess we're getting a bow here. All right, we'll grab you and you and you. Okay, we're gonna have to try to find a way to bait them after us. We need to kill some of these animals. I don't think we need the Dryosaurus. We're gonna execute that one. And then, yeah, kill the Dryosauruses. We don't need them. All right, How do we bait him? I think we'll bait him over here. Does that change their pathfinding? Oh, no, Ronnie. Uh-oh. Okay, so we can get a Ronnie out of here. Okay, we're gonna have to go down here and fight. Will Ronnie escape? Okay, then we're gonna have Ronnie hold open once this is through. Okay, get in here. Are you... No, you need to go to a bed and recover. I don't want you running out there. You're gonna die. This should bait them in, and then we can just kind of stab them as they walk through. All right, get the stabbing. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right, and then I'll get these two over here, and we can have them stab as well. I'll have to pull them back at some point because they are able to shoot at us while we're doing this. Okay, and then we're just gonna pull back here, try to force them away. Force them into the pit. Oh, the opposer went down. All right. Keep stabbing. All right, you rescue the opposer because he's gonna die. Actually, no. You rescue. You stay and fight. All right, keep chopping them up. Good. So far, so good. And then you're gonna intercept this one before he can do any more damage. A lot of them giving up, but Howard is gonna break down my walls unless I stop him. This one has no more hands. No more hands. I'm sorry. I don't need infirms with no hands in my colony. It's just professional relationship. You see plenty of that IRL. I mean, like I said, some people just like the idea. Plus, maid outfits are nice. I mean, hey, what do you think I'm wearing right now? Look at this. This is what we call... It's actually really wide and poofy. All right. Oh, I can wear my normal outfit again. Yes, I am free. Hey, gamers. Also have... I definitely want to get that casual outfit added to this at some point when if I ever can get it added. The one that I drew, that I commissioned someone on Skip to make it a better piece. That was so nice. I was like, oh, I love how it looks. I haven't commissioned anything in a while. Ray demands that we get a Christmas Skeb before I commission anything else. Oh my goodness, how did this guy end up over here? Hey buddy, you want to not be dying over there? Thanks. Okay, so you're bleeding up, but they're being tended to, so they should survive. Unholy, I need you to quickly rescue. Over here. Alright. I don't know what I'm going to stream tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. I know Ray wants Rat Game. We might do Ratopia. Else, I might look at other options and see what other games are there that I might be interested in streaming. Also, holy cow, these people are still dying. Ray is dying, and she's not even tended to yet, too. Let's get Ray down. Okay, time for you to lie down. Let other people take care of you. Alright. There we go. The bandages aren't doing... A ragged stranger with leathery skin is approaching your colony. He wants to talk. Okay. Is this one of those creep joiners? I think so, right? Leathery skin? Planetary habitat. Oh, is he a... Oh, he's a shipborne type. I guess we'll talk to him and see what he's got to say, but I'm not expecting much out of him. So I did stream Lobotomy Corp a long time ago. Oh, right, I can check bio. Oh, he is a creep joiner. Ah, he can shape flesh. Wait, who else is my creep joiner? Didn't I have one other creep joiner that had, like, the great power of... Oh, I think it was Garm. No, it was Steve. Steve's got the power of death, life, dust. Okay, there we go. A leathery stranger stares into space and speaks in a monotone as though he hardly sees anything or anyone. He refuses to leave, insisting he is only interested in your colony. He says that he can help. He claims to be gifted with the dark art of animating dead flesh. He can turn corpses into hideous flesh beasts. He may be useful, but there is something he's not telling you. Sure. Come on in, Whiff. Alright, who is this being assigned to? Whiff is being assigned to. Who also... Can I get you an anime face, please, before we do anything else? Oh wait, that's the leathery male face. Well, I guess we'll leave it leathery male. That makes you a little more spooky. I've had a problem with a few of them before, but oftentimes they just don't cause any issues. All right, he's actually Joker. Congratulations. We don't know what you are, other than you exist, and that hopefully you're not going to cause any problems in the colony at any point in the future, so we're just going to try to keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, so you're tended to, and then I need Infidave to lie down. Hopefully we can have Immortal tend to your injuries. Now, I don't know why Immortal's not tending immediately. Okay, who's dying? Oh, and they're all starving too, because they don't want to get up and get food. Why? You're all capable of getting up and getting food. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so you can't walk. But you can. Which means Ray should be able to feed the opposer after this. Perfect. Okay. I don't know what it's always going to be, but hey, we'll deal with it when we cross it. I did allow all these weird negative events to happen anyways. Anyways, well, I don't know what we're going to stream tomorrow. We'll see what my choices are, but my guess is that I'm leaning either towards Ratopia or possibly door kickers. We haven't done door kickers in a while, and I have been kind of in the mood to do some kicking of doors down, where you all get to be soldiers in my really, really poorly designed tactical combat squad. Right? I think that'll be interesting. There's a very mild chance I may need to cancel tomorrow, but I will make no promises. We are not streaming Ready or Not, mostly because that would make my PC explode if I had to stream that. That's the only reason why we don't do it. Also, I don't have it installed anymore. Sorry, Xanth, to disappoint you. And thank you, Zerizen, for the follow. Hopefully you enjoyed your time here. If you're curious, if you want information of when I stream, you can always join Discord. There's a role that you can self-assign, and I just ping that whenever I go live. It's the easiest way to find out when I'm doing thing. All right, who's alive? We'll go raid Vivi. She's playing 100% Orange Juice, a game that I remember playing a long time ago in large quantities. And she's, I think, collabing with someone, so say hi to Vivi. She's a good lass. Anyways, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be alive to stream. Like I said, very, very small chance I may need to cancel, but probably unlikely. And if I'm lucky, we'll get Minecraft going by Wednesday, but if not, you'll have to wait until probably after Thanksgiving, because next week we're only doing 3 streams. And I think I want to dedicate a week to 2x Minecraft if we're going to do, at least for the first week, we do Minecraft together, right? I think that'll be a good way to do things. Anyways, sorry for the very long end of stream ramble. Have a good night, everyone, and I will return in the future. Okay, bye.